It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
All right, deep breath. Let's make sure this thing's working. There we go. There we go. It has been a day. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? Thank you for the follow, Alex. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, Bong, it is working. Occasionally, I can get my goofy chat thing to work. I have got to find a better way to make this all set up. So irritating. This is the study. This is the home office. About a month ago, well, welcome in, Bong. Well, about a month ago, I had been messing around with a setup that would let me use like blurred background stuff in here, since I don't have a fancy camera that I can vary the focal length of the lens on, right? And then when I wanted to be in boats, the background would go away, right? And I was really struggling to make it work using the NVIDIA stuff. And it was really irritating. And I finally got there. And it took me the better part of 3 months working with Elgato to get their stupid camera hub crap working again. It's finally working. It said it sent you to paint, or did it, Grey Wolf? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I like where your head's at, Hetman. I like where your head's at. You and I are, yeah. Good evening, Valiant. And so, Andrew, what they finally did, this was so ridiculous, right? They had me try all this doofy stuff. None of it made a difference. Finally, they were like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Uninstall the current version and go back and install a version from last summer. When it was still working. And I thought, great, that actually might work. So, I was like, okay, let's do it. And so I went to uninstall Elgato Camera Hub, and it failed. It would not let me uninstall the malfunctioning piece of software. So I had to write them back and say, guys, I would love to try your suggested thing, but your software is so busted, I can't even take it off my machine. So then they wrote me back and they said, okay, use this thing. It's like some Windows utility. Use this thing to get rid of it. And I did. I rolled it back. I got everything reinstalled. And lo and behold, it worked. The old version. Great. And so then I said, okay, let's try this new beta version. They also sent me a link to like the next version that's not released publicly yet. So try that. Okay. So then I went and I removed everything all over again. Reinstalled the new version. Works perfectly. So yes, completely dumb, Andrew. Completely. But it's finally working. Elgato's Camera Hub has finally not crapped the bed on me tonight. Yet. The night is young. I'm sure it will happen sooner or later. But for the moment, this is where we are, and that's what we're going to stick with, and just run with it. It'll occasionally pause. When I open the routine, like if I leave it minimized and don't mess with it, it runs fine. As soon as I open it, see, just like that, I freeze. And then if I minimize it again, I'll freeze again. See? It's so irritating. It's so irritating. Oh, thank you. I'm so irritated. Thank you. Thank you, Xanda. Whenever you see something like that, just nuke it. Just nuke it. Yeah, Grey Wolf, I've chatted with him briefly about it. What I'm going to suggest, now that I've gotten mine working again, I'm going to ping him and say, hey, try this beta version of the next one just to see. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Talking through some of the stuff that I tried that we finally got there. Now, Watcher asked an important question. Am I going to stream Warship Masters? I intend to. Here's my problem. When? Have you seen dates announced for Warship Masters? I've been asking for dates for a spring tournament from Wargaming since, like, the second week in January. So, I don't know. So the answer is, I want to. Will I? I don't have an answer for you because I don't know when it is. And until I know when it is, I can't block it out on my calendar. And my calendar tends to fill up about 6 to 8 weeks out. So there's a reason that I asked them for this stuff, right? So anyways, we'll see how it goes. What's my opinion on this patch? We're about to find out. I have literally never played this. Well, that's not true. I played about 3 games this afternoon. I was derping around in, hang on a minute, I'm going to make a small adjustment. Unlock that, no, you. Let's slide you down. Okay, hold on a minute. This is all fine. What the hell else is unlocked? Yeah, I know. Come on. Okay, this is just making me angry now. We're going to do something silly. There we go. Okay. No. There. Ta-da, ta-da. Yes, it shows up, Joseph. We have already established that for the evening. Blessedly so. Blessedly so. He really has been, Hetman. I've been looking at him. I'm friends with his real Facebook account, and he posts pictures over there too. He's been going crazy. So Flaming, new patch. Okay, so what we have is you have early access to the new Commonwealth line. Now they're doing something interesting that I actually really like. So basically, okay, so the first thing I did when I logged in today was I went to my little battle pass, okay, whatever the hell you want to call this thing, and I hit, unlock the second tier of stuff. When you do that, you immediately get 500 of these Commonwealth tokens. That is enough to buy up to the tier 5 straight away. I hit the wrong button, which I thought was really nice. I was like, okay. So I already have up to Delhi unlocked. I have this boat sitting in my port right now. And I thought, okay, that's actually kind of nice, right? Like, I'll give that a shot. And then as you play through the goofy missions, right, you get more tokens and so on. And I'm betting at the high end, this is probably a ship. My Sore, my Sore's not, she's okay. She's not amazing. She's not anything to get excited about. Some permanent camo for Delhi along the way. This looks like that's not permanent camo. Anyway, so yeah, so basically you earn these tokens by playing through the battle pass, right, for the thing. So if you're willing to spend the doubloons to unlock the second tier, it looks like you can get through pretty well through it. What I was doing earlier was I was working on grinding Ignacio Allende, which is the first like 2 or 3 games I'd ever actually played in the ship. And I'd forgotten I had this permanent camo, and I love this bloody camo. And then I think so I'm grinding. I have 4 like regular tech tree lines I'm grinding, right? Nebraska, Catalunya, Umahari, and Allende. And it's 5, and Split, right? And then all 3 submarine lines. So I have a lot of work to do in ranked. What's up, Mr. Zath? Give me a shout out from my good buddy Lord Zath, would you? You know what I just realized? I went downstairs, poured myself a glass of bourbon, poured myself a glass of water, and only made it back to my desk with a glass of water. That is a giant fail. That is a massive fail. Give me like 30 seconds. I'm gonna go get my glass of bourbon because I'm gonna need that tonight. If I'm playing ranked, I'm gonna need a drink. Okay, much better. I should have had this glass last night when I was streaming Star Wars stuff, right? When I was opening packs of the new Star Wars collectible game, the card game last night, I should have had out one of my Imperial or Rebel glasses, but I didn't. So tonight, I'm making up for it tonight. Andrew, it got spicy. It got spicy for sure. Monday night was frustrating, having to restart Civ like a whole bunch. I think we finally got to a decent place that last game. The first game was kind of for me. The second game was like, oh yeah, and that didn't work out. And then finally the third game, it's like, well, not amazing. Let's see how it goes. So, Flaming, we had a great time. Iron, I tell you, I don't keep the full bar up here, but I do keep a small bottle. I keep a small. This is a 375 ml bottle. It's about half full? About half full. You guys can't see it because the thing keeps wiping it out. There we go. About half full. I keep this on my desk. I haven't had a meeting at work yet on one of my days home that I've needed that, but it's there in case of emergencies. I gotta say, Zath, that second game, I was just like, nah, I'm done. This is ridiculous. It was the first game was mildly irritating, but I still had pretty good space to grow. The second game was a train wreck. Like you guys were on top of me within like 4 turns. I was like, oh, it was so dumb. This is so dumb. So yeah, we had a great time last night. For those of you that stopped to tune in for Star Wars Unlimited, I appreciate that. We're gonna be doing some more of that. I'm gonna continue to use my enthusiasm for that game to drive me to do more work on the table downstairs. That's good for me. It's maybe less interesting for you guys if you're not interested in that sort of content, and I apologize. But in case you haven't noticed, full-time streaming boats for me is not a long-term strategy. So we're intentionally trying to add variety, and board game, tabletop gaming is absolutely 100% part of that variety. So that's definitely gonna be a thing. Okay, that's fair enough, Grey Wolf. That's fair enough. I was talking to some folks last weekend that were in the similar boat, right? That had given up alcohol, and we said, "Look, Kate, you do you, man. Like, far be it for me to tell anybody how to live their life. That's ridiculous." So yeah. All right, no worries, Zath. Well, listen, tell her I said hello. All right, guys, listen. So boats tonight. Here's the plan. New patch. We're going to look around. We're going to try some things. We'll definitely go give the new Commonwealth cruisers a try. Based on the little glance I gave at them earlier, I think I'm going to like them. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to play ranked. I've got tier 8 boats on special. Which mech warrior cancel? Which mech warrior? I've got tier 8 boats on special. I have some lines that I'm grinding that I'm going to play. You guys do not need to request them, okay? That's like Spanish cruisers, Pan American cruisers, the second Euro Destroyer line, Japanese battle cruisers, and the American hybrids. Okay, if you want, don't bother requesting any of those 5 ships. I will probably play each of those at least once because I'm grinding those lines out and I need to be playing those ships. Okay. Anything else you want to see at tier 8, man? I have 122 tier 8 ships in my port. So we have to quote Morgan Freeman for the second time in a week, we have wondrous variety here at tier 8. So feel free, go crazy. If you request Vittorio Veneto,
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Thus with the sub. Thank you so much. If you request Vittorio Veneto, you're gonna get a swift kick in the nads and escorted off the premises. Okay, that's the. If you request Saipan Flaming, we're just gonna axe you. We're just gonna throw you off a tall building. Okay. So there are some ships at this tier that I will absolutely refuse to play, even if you put them in the queue. Okay. Just know that in advance. In most cases, I will simply decline and send your points back. A few of you know what I'm talking about, though. I'll give Congress a go. Right? Like, Congress is the poor man's Alaska, but when she's confined to tier 8, I think she's not terrible. I want to believe she's not terrible. We're gonna find out. Cancel's talking about classic BattleTech. Okay. Maybe. Ironically, the very, very first tabletop stream I did in that room was a game of classic BattleTech. It turned out that the scenario we played only ran about 3 hours and was actually kind of interesting to watch. A lot of tabletop BattleTech is not interesting to watch, and I'm genuinely not sure how you make it interesting to watch. I feel like tabletop BattleTech classic, not Alpha Strike, but classic BattleTech is the kind of thing that makes for a decent edited YouTube video summary, but watching it live is like watching paint dry. I've had BattleTech games on that table that have lasted 10 to 12 hours. Okay. That's not interesting. You spend an hour moving mechs, and then you spend 30 minutes rolling dice, and you spend an hour moving mechs, and you spend 30 minutes rolling dice. It depends on the scenario. I mean, there's a lot of variables here, right? If you're playing small stuff, if I wanted to get in there and do, like, I've thought about one of the thoughts that I have down the road, just to kind of introduce people to classic BattleTech, is do a trial of position, right? A simple clan trial of position, 2 players, 4 mechs, 1v1. That honestly goes fairly quickly, and I think you would get it. It would be a nice way to sample the game for people. You get a feel for the mechanics, a feel for why movement is important, all these kinds of things. But kind of at the end of the day, classic is hard to watch, in my opinion. Ooh, Hetman, that is a good idea. That is a good idea. Hold on. Hey, Sean, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna do. So there was a time that I would do ranked recommendation videos, and I think what I should do is a recommended ships to avoid. Or my favorite ships. My anti, like, the ships that I don't like. I don't know. I gotta think about it. I gotta think about how to phrase that. But like, because ships to avoid is not really fair. Because a ship that doesn't click with me might click with somebody else, and that'll be fine. But like, I think you're right. Like Raptor's vomit-worthy picks at tier 8 or something. That would be fun. All right. So what do you guys put in the queue? Akila, Alabama, Cossack, Akizuki, Cleveland, Monarch. Monarch might actually not be dog crap. We're going to start with Umahari. This is a boat that I'm still trying to wrap my brain around, and I have not played very much. So let's crank her in. Let's crank her up. Sure. I don't even know. I guess I got tier 8 bonus. I guess I got tier 8 bonus packages laying around. Let's try Umahari, and we'll see how she goes. I know she's not a pusher. She's not a pusher. She gets full pinned like a mad woman, mad ship. However, the guns, as I recall, are fairly accurate and fairly punchy. I remember one of the first times I took this boat into a game, I punched a hipper through the bow for like 30K in consecutive salvos. And I remember thinking, whoa, these guns can do that? Like, I had no idea. Garon, that is my experience with Congress as well. So we're going to try it out. My experience with Congress is that she feels very underpowered. Some of the reason for that is because you get used to playing Alaska, and Alaska's really good. And Congress feels crap by comparison. However, when you restrict Congress to tier 8 only matchmaking, maybe there's a chance. We're going to find out. We're going to find out.
Come on a safari with me. Staying alive, staying alive.
Super Havoc on YouTube asks, what's the biggest changes to move from randoms into ranked? I'll say it's hard for me to make that it's hard for me to make a suggestion there. Because when I play a random, I play to win, and when I play a ranked, I play to win. So for me, like, there's not much of a difference. I will say maybe in a random battle, depending on what I'm doing and the build and the ship I'm driving, I am sometimes less concerned with the health of my ship, given the situation. Whereas in a ranked battle, especially in a 6v6 game, man, you gotta guard your health. You gotta guard your health. Especially early in a game. No matter what class you're playing, don't get dev struck. Don't give up a whole bunch of health early, because it changes how you have to play the game, doesn't it? If I'm driving a 65,000 health point HP battleship, right, and I get double citadeled the first time I turn, well then I'm probably not going to be able to push late, am I? Okay, the Fantastic is in mid. I'm not going to get those over the island. I had to try, though. Ooh, the Brandenburg got a reset. Very nice. Wow, I have crazy range on these guns. Holy crap. Is this a fighter or a spotter? High precision spotter? All right. Let's do it. You piqued my curiosity. The armor is different than Alaska on Congress. 100%. Heading for 10K at that range. I'll take it. The armor scheme is different for Alaska. Why is this Bama just T-boning an island like a dummy?
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Who was that? Gray Stroke with the resub. Thank you much. Look, our Cossack got dead because our Baltimore spawned in late and our Alabama doesn't know how to play the game. Amazing. Well, ooh, I hit the Massachusetts for 15K. I like these guns. Well, our caustic. Okay, so I'll give you. Super. Here to go. Here's an example for you. Okay, I'll go back. We'll use this as an example. That Cossack, okay, that Cossack went off by himself into a cap. He did not know what was there. He didn't know what was up. He was up against, and what had happened? He got murdered. So you have to play. You have to play a ranked battle much more cautiously, especially in a lighter unit like a destroyer or a cruiser than you might otherwise wish. And that's just reality. Like, you basically have to do that, because otherwise you might... Ooh, those could be really good. That could be a good salvo. Get down, shells. Hell yeah. I like these guns, ladies and gentlemen. I like these guns. The firing angles on them is really good, too. Okay, I need to swing my butt, my stern back to port here.
You crazy son of a
Nook!
bitch, you did.
Nook with the resub! Thank you so much. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Okay, so our Alabama's AFK and is, like, trying to cost us the game. So kudos to him, I suppose. Thanks for abandoning your team. So we're a ship down already. Feels terrible. Our Baltimore doesn't understand how to play. I just Citadel to Massachusetts. I like all of that. He's gonna keep showing me that angle. He's finally gonna turn, it looks like. Let's have fun with this Harlem. Nope. Nothing doing. This is going to be a loss. Despite my best efforts, this is 100% going to be a loss. My Brandenburg doesn't know how to stay alive. None of my destroyers know how to stay alive. The North Carolina is going to die. The Benson's going to kill him. I'm going to try to steal that kill just to see if I can preserve my star, but I'm betting not. Nope. Had to try. Well, they have a couple of low-health ships. I might have an opportunity to pick up some kills. The problem is, our Alabama has been gone for 5 minutes, so that's a loss. Looks like Noch to me. N-O-C-H? Oh, go away, Veneto. Oh, look, you finally decided to show up and play. Look at you. Thank you for turning.
Lucky shot.
I'm probably about to get deleted because apparently Italian guns, when they shoot this thing, can't miss. Well, I'm gonna end up going to brawl with these guys because I'm bored. Bama is so brain dead. He was AFK like half the game. Cossack can't hide forever.
This is a force to be reckoned with. Coochie, coochie.
Ship's not a brawler, but Harlan doesn't have torps. Fantastic is off to my port.
Much better. This is gonna fuck up my hair.
Hey, look, I died. I'm shocked that my team accomplished nothing with an AFK Alabama and 2 suicidal ships. I say Benson got a kill and 2 caps. He was always going to walk away with that. This guy was terrible. He had no idea what he was doing. Like, Bama was AFK. Baltimore suicided. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night trying to get out of bronze. There's something to like about this ship, though. There's something to like about this ship, I think. In what way, Xanda? Woo, it's late where you are, so I didn't. Well, you're not wrong, Xanda. That's probably exactly what happened. Zeton, Double Mass, Sillywangi, and Salmon. All right, now, I've got... Yeah, okay, I've got aerial drop depth charges and long-range hydro. Okay. We'll run north. We'll play in the islands up north. I don't have a radar, but if the U-19 to the Aki is not completely stupid, we can do some cool things. Rotterdam! There you go. There you go. So Garon, she's absolutely squishy, 100%, absolutely. But okay, Yumahari is like playing a Zeton or a Hawk, right? You're paying for the hard hitting, improved accuracy on the guns with less armor protection and less survivability, right? Same idea. A proper battle cruiser. I probably shouldn't be going all north by myself until I have an idea what the hell the enemy team is doing, shouldn't I? Well, I'm doing it anyway. Very nice, Tridente. You're up late, man. You're up late, my friend. I mean, is it really Striker? See, now you're making claims that I feel are not correct, but I'm going to go look. Hold on. You say it's the same. I am unconvinced, sir. Let's have a look. Japan. Izumo. Open a new tab. Yes, you want me to sign in. I'm aware of how this works. Okay, and then Yumahari. Well, Yumahari already has a better Sigma. So I can tell you right now, it's not the same accuracy. I'm betting her dispersion ellipse is different. Yumahari has more range, which means her dispersion ellipse should be very different. Are the teams any more helpful in ranked as they are in randoms? No. No. When you play a game in ranked, you are likely to get the same or worse kind of mess that you do in randoms. I mean, ranked is just randoms that play faster. I mean, let's be honest. That's all it really is. Okay, so they have an AFK battleship this time. That guy's just barely moved or not moved at all. Okay, the Talin is showing me a hell of an angle here. I have to try this shot. But I also have to veer a bit and try not to get murdered by the Massachusetts. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I'll work on that, thanks.
No gas and no chicks. Much better.
6K out of the HE, I'll take that. Okay, Talen goes dark. That makes sense. Okay. You manages to cap. Silly Wangy has Hydro. Our Akazuki's going to die if he sits there. Okay, I need to go ahead and be turning around. Who was that? Ronan with the resub. Thank you much, Lee. Now, my torpedoes are only 8 kilometers. There we go. That's the shot. Oh, he's going to be out of range. Okay, let's just make this turn. I should be able to make this turn as I slow down. Mass is on the other side of the island. Let's run it at half speed. Get the guns flipped while we turn. Yeah, Akizuki is dumb. And... he's absolutely getting murdered by Silly Wangi, which is not a great destroyer. But it does have Hydro, and the submarine is all over you, and. So, the Silly Wangi is making the same mistake, right, that we talked about last game. That we saw the Cossack make last game. He's pushing into a cap without any idea what's in front of him and no one behind him. That is a recipe for disaster in rank, just as sure as it is in randoms. I think I shot those into the island. Nope, snuck them over. She is long. She has an exceptionally long bow here, doesn't she? He's going to catch a brief glimpse of me here. I'm just looking to set some fires. Okay. The two masses are not terribly useful, but if we can play... Oh, that's unfortunate. He's probably going to get his stern turrets on me. I got to try and juke this if I can. Now he's going to shoot those into the island. I'm going to get one more salvo on him. And a fire, and he missed everything. Suck it. Okay. So we have some good board control. I'm going to push south. I want to get out in the open water over here and work on the Zeton and try to find the stupid submarine and the bloody destroyer. Their Talins player is irritatingly competent. I can't say I care for that very much, but it is what it is. Our Akizuki is lit again, because he really misunderstands how to play that ship, apparently. Yeah, he's dead already. Dummy. And our submarine is probably dead, because he's hydroed. Oh, crap. His guns were actually looking this way. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be the case. But here we are. Oh, he had HE in the barrel. That's fine. I sort of don't care if you hit me with HE. I mean, I care a little bit, but not a lot. Keep running, U-190. I got your back, buddy. There we go. Solid hit on their mass. Yeah, I know. I need this team to stop dying, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, the Zeton detonated. I love everything that just happened. If that Massachusetts will die, I will 100% get in this cap and murder this Siliwangi. And somehow... Wow. Okay, Massachusetts died. So these two clowns are hung out to dry now. You boys are in trouble. The question is, do you realize how much trouble? Yep. He had to turn. Yep. Oh, he didn't. He rammed him. He rammed the island. That guy's getting murdered by my depth charges. I'm loving all of this. And now he's out of battery. Okay, Massachusetts is going to kill him. There we go. Oh, I got him. Perfect. The mass secondaries killed the Siliwangi, and I had one of my depth charges lit a fire on the sub that murdered him. Love it. Love it. I can't. How do I charge him, Zath? He's submerged. He was playing little games. I can't ram him when he's below the surface, right? "100% flaming. That'll do it. That is a guaranteed way to pull it off." I think Catalunya is a perfectly good boat for this format. I think she has the tools that she needs to be effective. Her little burst fire can take advantage of mistakes. She can take hydro. She has the airdrop depth charges. She has a heal. There's a lot to like about this ship in a ranked format. If you can basically avoid getting dev struck, you can do really, really good work with this boat. Yeah, so far I'm liking it. I guess you know what I could have done? I could have popped my my goofy plane and sat back here. I forgot I had the goofy thing. He's dead and he knows it. There you go. I like it. Well, it wasn't like I ran over the enemy team and crushed them all, but I contributed, right? I had a cap. We helped. My hydro helped murder the submarine. We ran the Siliwangi to ground. That was nice. Solid contribution there. I'll take it. I tell you what I'm not sure I like yet is the new finish screen. I'm not sure I like this yet. I liked it better when it was more, like, centered. Now it's, like, offset. Everything's, like, in the wrong place now. It feels really strange. And the whole thing when you tab over in a game, used to you could click on the whole row that had the ship name. Now you can only click on the actual name of the player. So they've made some, like, very odd UI choices in this game, in this one. I don't know why. All right, let's take some requests. Now, if I'm going to play Akila, I'm going to have to play Akila in ranked, because you can't play carriers in this season of ranked, which I'm not upset about in the least. Bama, Cossack, Akizuki. Okay, so after seeing a catastrophic, disastrous, horrible, herpaderp Cossack game to start the night, let's see if I can do better. My money's on yes. Let's see if I can put my money where my mouth is. Who asked for Cossack? Adeldrill. Love it. Greystroke, I'm not sure I would say it's better than the British cruiser, right? Albemarle has some things going for her. Here's the trick. In this format, I think you're going to find that Albemarle is not as strong as she would be in a format that had carriers in it. Albemarle's AA is incredibly punishing to a tier 8 carrier. So in a match, in a ranked season that's got carriers in it, I'd put Albemarle ahead of Catalunya. In a season now that we know for a fact does not have carriers are verboten, I think you're right. I think Catalunya probably does end up ahead of Albemarle.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
All right, Cossack. I am the only destroyer. They have an Akizuki, and they also have no radar. So I love all of these things. Let's see if this Kutuzov player knows what he's doing. The fact that he has a Kutuzov tells me he's been around a while. Doesn't tell me he knows how to play it. I outspot the Akizuki by about 500 meters, and they have no radar. So as long as I don't drive headlong into the Akizuki, and I'm willing to give ground to that guy, we should be just fine. Yep, I see you back there, Xanda. I can't really smoke you, though. All I have is my little quick smokes. So be very, very cautious with that thing. You know as well as I do, Hampshire explodes at the drop of a hat. Will Wargaming ever get subs correct? I mean, Barjar? What's the George Carlin mean? George Carlin just shrugging? Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Tolin is excellent in ranked. So basically, we're ranked to make sure awareness is better than usual. Jealously guard my health. Yeah, 100% Havoc, 100%. And you say awareness. I think when I say awareness, what I'm really meaning is when you spawn into a random battle, there's 12 other teammates. If you go run off to a cap circle, chances are at least 1 or 2 ships have gone with you. Chances are. In ranked, you can't guarantee that, right? Both games tonight, I'm on game 3. Previous games says I've had destroyers that went to a cap without anybody behind them and got murdered. So that should not shock you, right? Because if you can isolate a destroyer, they're very, very easy to kill. Zendy, you probably want to be turning around to get the hell out of here. Every battleship in the game is going to try and murder you. Striker's cursing at you. Yeah, there you go. Go dark and get out of here. Don't take a chance. Save your HP. I'm gonna get flipped. I'll head to B after we finish capping. These are 10-kilometer torps. Oh my god, this is just so good. So good. Okay, the Aki's up north, which means the Bayard can probably push him and murder him. I'm going to B. So Bismarck is playing drive me at them so that I might hit them with my sword games. We'll see how that works out for him. Wayne, I don't know. Submarines right now are irritatingly unfun, right? They're not, for me, they're not fun to play, and they're not fun to play against, necessarily. They're fun to murder. When I'm playing a destroyer, I actually don't mind. I don't mind playing against a sub, because it's generally, it's not that difficult for me to hunt him down and destroy him. Okay, so the Bayard lost to an Akizuki at point-blank range. I don't even know how that's possible, but that's what I just watched. And the Aki barely lost any health. He has, like, the overwhelming majority of his health. I don't even know how the hell that's possible. But, hey, here we are. The one advantage I have over the Aki is, well, I have 2. I outspot him, and I have Hydro. So if he decides he wants to sit in smoke and camp something, I have the possibility of being able to hunt him down and murder him. We're going to have to see how this goes. It's going to be dicey. Our North Carolina up north not doing himself any favors either. Okay, good. He is going to murder the Cherbourg, it looks like. Love all of that.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
And see, because he's firing at me, the North Carolina is spotting for me. I'm able to easily murder this guy. Like, he's gonna die, and he can't stop it now. He's dead. The only reason I can kill him is because the North Carolina is still able to spot for me. Okay, so now, with the Akizuki dead, and us firmly in control of the middle of the board, things start to feel okay. Not great, but okay. We're gonna get some torpedoes in the on-halt. I need to try and keep an eye on Stryker. I'm expecting Stryker to cut through this gap on the 7 line with his Vlad. Let's see what he does. But that's what I'm expecting him to do. I'm not sure what the on-halt's going to do. Yeah, our Bismarck was not playing very intelligently. So we're down a ship, because of course we are. What are you going to do, on-halt? Okay, so our Richelieu has chosen a terrible board position, FYI. Look where he is. He's not able to influence any cap. He's not able to shoot at anything important. He is...
My ride behind.
Now, the good news is he going to dodge some of these? No, he's going to take some of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. He took all 4 of them. So that hurt him. We hit him pretty solid. But unfortunately now, we're basically screwed. I'm up here alone against 2 battleships. See if I can get the on-halt lit. Oh, really? How curious. Oh, he's flooding? Okay, no. He flooded for a bit. Now he's repairing.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
This Richelieu is literally costing us the game. He might yet kill this Roma, but I would not put money on it. I'm going to fish for the on-halt and see if I can just magically find him there for a reset, maybe, because it looked like he was going to beach himself. He did beach himself, just not where I thought he beached himself. And it came too late. So now the question is, what did Stryker do? He probably loaded the HE. This Richelieu is just absolutely screwing us hardcore right now. Feels bad.
And it got such good gas.
Feels bad, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hey, what's up?
Time to put on the beer goggles. Another day, another disembowelment.
Going to beach himself again, which is going to ironically give me the opportunity to possibly light him on fire. Struggle is I got to get out of this end of the smoke. This end of smoke is expiring. There's the fire I needed. Stryker's trying to crawl up my stern. I need to finish this cap and then head back to mid, probably. I need to stay away from Stryker, which is going to be a challenge, to put it lightly. Awesome! Solo warrior time, guys. We've got this. No problem. Torpedoes or the fire's going to get him.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
Let's say he should be flooding. Yeah, he's gonna flood and burn out.
Execution step. Another day, another disembowelment.
Well, here's the good news. I'm not going to lose my star. Here's the bad news. My team was so incompetent that we basically can't. We're not ever going to be able to win this game. Bayard lost to an Akizuki that he should have crushed easily, which really, really irks me off, to put it lightly. I'm going to guess on these and hope. Yeah, I mean, even if okay, I don't have enough time to kill everybody, right? The Richie spent his whole game dicking around getting melted by a Kutuzov when he basically had no chance to win any of that in either of those engagement. Right? He left the team to lose because he sailed off to where he was no longer relevant to the game anymore. Yay, I died. I'm shocked. When you play battleships in ranked, your destroyers are incompetent. When you play destroyer in ranked, your battleships are incompetent. You just can't win. There's literally no way to win in this format. Well, the Akizuki's the one who claimed the Bayard kill. But the Bayard was, when he died, at point-blank range. He had to have been no more than 4 kilometers from that Akizuki, right? And somehow still got his face melted off. Like, if you're at a Bayard, it's not hard. Put on your Hydro and go push him. It's just an Akizuki. He'll damage you. You'll win that fight. Like, oh my god. So bad. So bad. But, if nothing else, it demonstrates how capable Cossack is. You have incredible detection. You have 60-second torpedoes. You have a tremendous amount of gun power. You have those little quick smokes that let you do crazy fun things. You have a speed boost, which I think hardly any other British destroyer in the game has, and that lets you get around a map very, very quickly. Cossack is an amazing destroyer for this format. That's because it's a Hampshire striker. It doesn't have any armor. It's made of tissue paper and hope. All right, Constellation. I like it. I have no idea what Uganda is. What the hell is an Uganda? Hetman, what is that? I've literally never heard of it. Oh, is it one of these things? No, that's the wrong thing. Is it one of these goofy things? I'd said at the top of the stream I only have the 5. Okay, so it's this thing. It's the 7. No, I don't have this boat. Take your points back. Now, I will say, I've been doing enough missions. Okay, I've got these 2 done. So I can get 50 more tokens, or 150 more tokens. Is that enough to unlock the 6?
To Jurassic Park.
Rawless, thank you for the follow. It is not. I need 500 tokens to unlock the 6. So it takes 500 to unlock the first 4 ships.
Jurassic Park.
So I didn't say, thank you for the follow, and then another 500 to unlock the very next ship. Dear God, they really want you to just go, like, they want you to spend money. Like, they want you to spend money to do this, don't they? This is crazy. Now, what's in these things? Okay, so you have a shot at the tier 9. You get 400, you get 1 of 3, okay. 400 tokens, which is a very low chance. Oh, no. Okay, you're guaranteed 40 tokens. Oh, a whole 40. You have a low chance at 400. That's kind of crap. That's kind of crap. I mean, brutally honest, I don't, for line pre-releases, I don't mind getting up to the middle tiers. If you get me to the 5 or 6, I'm fine. But once upon a time, it was possible with some effort to unlock the 8, right? And reading that, I'm like, you can't really unlock this thing without spending a whole bunch of money. And why would I do that to unlock a tech tree ship? Guys, I've said this a million times on the channel. I'm going to say it again. Please, 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 I beg of you, never, ever, ever spend cash or doubloons to unlock an early release tech tree ship. Please do not do this. Please do not do this. It is one of the worst ways you can invest money in World of Warships. If you want to spend money on this game, there are a million better ways than that. I mean, look, it's your money. If you do it, fine. I'm just begging you, please, please don't. Please don't. Xanda, so what I'm saying is, okay, like, I'll give you an example of something that I think has some good value, right? Like, I went in here, now admittedly, this is me, and they give us these doubloons, but I did the little award accelerator thing. That means I get the 500 tokens, and I don't have to grind out a bunch of tier 1 to 4 ships in co-op. That's worth 2,500 doubloons to me, okay? Then along the way, if I'm going to play over the course of the month, it sounds like I'll be able to unlock I'll probably be able to unlock the 7 and then maybe a little, you know, have some tokens left over. I'm okay with that too, right? To me, that's not bad. You've spent 2,500 bucks and you're getting 2,500 doubloons, right? 20 bucks, whatever that is, and you're getting something decent for the value, okay? But whenever I come in here and I see this, I see 20,000 doubloons to unlock a tech tree ship. And the only reason people do this is because the only reason they continue to offer this is because people do it, right? And for wargaming, it's a great deal, right? It's a great deal. It's a way to literally milk doubloons out of people for something that they could earn for free. And what do they get? They get an exclusivity window of like what, 6 or 8 weeks. Like, who cares? It's just a tech tree boat, man. It's just a tech tree boat. If it's some fancy, awesome premium and you want to spend money, hey, there's plenty of good premium in this game I could recommend you want to spend money on, right? Or premium time or whatever. But, like, don't spend big doubloons on a tech tree ship, for the love of God. That's just terrible. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. What else have we got in the queue? Constellation, I like. Genova for the hell of it. I'll come back to that. I'll take this Monarch game. Actually, let me take Akizuki, because I'm down here doing Destroyer. I'm going to tell you straight up, Andrew, I am not a very good Akizuki player, so you need to temper your expectations. I'm going to do what I can. I'll try this thing out. This is not my best ship. If you want to see somebody teach you how to play Akizuki, I would strongly encourage you to go check out Hapafodder's channel and request that he play Akizuki. He's way better at it than I am. Way better. See, I'm up against a Lightning that outspots me by like 500 meters and another Aki. So in this instance, I don't want to go anywhere that I don't have friends. Now, here's the interesting bit. I'm with an Orcon. This is actually very interesting. They have a radar, but so do we. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wolf pack it with the Orcon for a bit. I think I'm going to play about 200 meters. I'm going to play a little behind this Orcon. Wherever he goes, that's where I'm going, and then we're going to use his radar to pick up and murder things. And between the two of us, we ought to have enough gunpowder to murder all kinds of things. Zath is pretty good at Aki as well. That's a good point. Yeah. Aki is an excellent ship. She's just not one that I'm very good at. So that's all I'm saying. Don't take my inability to perform in a ship as any kind of definitive commentary on how good the ship is. There are plenty of good ships that don't click with me. This is kind of one of them. The handling on this ship always bothers me. Always bothers me. I love Friesland. She murders planes. She melts things. The one thing, of course, she doesn't have destroyers, right? Destroyers. She doesn't have torpedoes. So you have to be very cautious about how you choose to position that ship. A smart player will just push a Friesland. Just push you. Right, with like a cruiser or a battleship, and there's, frankly, most of the time, you are screwed when that happens, right? Now it's time for your radar. There you go. Try not to die to the torpedoes.
Damn, desert road, no gas, and no chicks. I'm gonna feel that one in the morning.
Much better.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
Now, what's interesting is there's also a Yumahari back here. Lucky for me. Wow, this guy got lucky, didn't he? Oh, good. The Orcon got himself dead. And the Tirpitz is capping mid. How did did he eat torpedoes? I wasn't even paying attention. So this game is not lost yet. However, we are in a very bad spot because the Orcon had apparently no concept of how to win a game. And our Harlem refuses to fight a Tirpitz. I mean, Cleveland. If you'll fight the Cleveland, we can easily win this, my friend. Come on. I am going to catch the Tirpitz. No, I'm not. Because he magically found the gap. And the other Akizuki is up north. So all those battleships, a single Cherbourg holding back my entire team. If you think I'm afraid of you, little lightning, you're in for a surprise. Push me all you want. As soon as I spot you, you're in trouble. Oh, good. They finally murdered the Cherbourg. I think this Tirpitz is making a mistake. We're going to make him pay for it. The good news is now that I know where the lightning is, I know that I can play in this gap over here in front of the Tirpitz. So we're going to keep him lit. He's gonna get that reverse off. So this game is not completely unrecoverable yet. It just feels really, really awful. No, Tridente, I play lots of things. I play cruiser, I play destroyer. I don't consider myself a very good battleship player, but I do play battleship on occasion. Okay, do we have somebody that can spot this guy, or am I the one doing the spotting? I think somebody else is spotting this clown.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
He needs to die. Okay, let's get out of here.
Much better.
It's probably a waste of a smoke, but I wanted to make sure we got that kill, because now for the first time all game we have a ship lead. And I'm finally going to have backup when I move into this cap. Yep. Okay, I'm still outside the Cheatland radar. You guys need to murder him, please. That needs to be priority target numero uno, kids.
Kick your ass.
Akizuki's right back there with him. No, your smoke is out, sir. You blew it all already. You're done. You're done.
Rest in pieces. I'm gonna feel that one in the morning.
Much better.
Then again, it looks like so am I. If only my team hadn't spent the entire game held back by a single ship. Y'all can still win this game. I tried. Cleveland is playing behind the smoke. Akizuki might have bitten off more than he can chew here. He's going to die. He's on fire. Yeah, okay. They can win this game now. What is this guy? Why are you... What are you doing? You spent... That hurts. So, as you can see, right, Akizuki and I are not best friends. She is by no means a bad ship, but you don't want to look. You do not want to look to me to learn how to play Akizuki. Turpitz is going to die, but he's going to trade, and that's a win, so I'll take it. Does karma go negative? I don't think it does, actually. What's up, Matthew? Yeah, life is okay. We're doing all right tonight. We're doing all right. Doing all right. We are suffering through ranked at the moment. All right, let's play some randoms for a bit. Let's play some randoms for a bit. Let's change pace. Let's change pace. Let's try, for starters, let's try this goofy this goofy thing. Where'd it go? Let's try this goofy thing. Delhi. It's like a wannabe Leander. It like wants to be a Leander, it would seem. Let's get rid of all these little 3-point, 6-point captains. If it's not 10 points, there's not really any point in installing it, frankly. All right. We are a Tier 5 cruiser, so we probably want to be looking at, I'm guessing, turret traverse? Yep. Probably, I'm going to see some Tier 6 and some carriers. Yeah. No, we'll do that. I like that. What are the bombs? The bombs don't hit very hard. Is it really an E-class? I think it is, yes. I believe it is technically an E-class. Actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then concealment, I think. 9.4 on a Tier 5 cruiser is pretty good, kids. I can't really complain about that. That's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. And then she needs some camo. Oh, yeah, I need to make sure I've got all of that. Yeah, they've done all that for me. They've started defaulting those where they should, which is lovely. Submarine surveillance prep and cooldown time. So it would go from 120 seconds to 96 seconds or so. I don't know. I feel like 2 minutes is okay. Let's not do that. Let's go aiming some. I've only got 6 barrels. They need to go where I aim them. And then hydro? Defensive fire or hydro? I think you probably want hydro. I feel like defensive fire is probably not a great pickup for a ship that has... Well, actually, that is not amazing. It's not garbage, is it? Not for tier 5. I mean, it's not going to win any awards. We'll try it. These new cruisers are going to have single-fire torps. I believe that is correct. We're going to find out the hard way in just a minute. I want the smoke flag on this guy. I want the hydro flag on this guy. We'll take the A flag. I do have HE. Well, then we want to do this. There we go. And then we want to main armaments mod. I have no idea if they were supposed to. This will be my first time playing one, so I don't know. All right, we don't have permanent camo. Oh, I do have a permanent camo for this guy. Wow, that's not very subtle, is it? That is not subtle. That is one of the least subtle camos in all of World of Warships, I think. Look at that. So, Repri, you've asked a question that I can't answer yet because we don't know what the dates are for it. Right? At no point has Wargaming announced dates for Warship Masters. So the answer is I want to cast it. Will I? I have no idea. I don't know when it is. Until I know when it is, I can't tell anybody I already have something on my calendar. Or, oh, look, I'm free that weekend. Let's do it, right? If they give me enough advance warning, I might be able to, if there is something on the calendar, I might be able to move it. But again, that's if they give me enough warning, and I don't have any idea. Why do I only have the 16 flag? Why don't I have all the pre? I'm gonna send a note to Bogsy and be like, all those King of the Sea flags you guys give out for participation now. Why don't I have those? All right, let's give this thing a shot. Commonwealth cruisers. This will be entertaining. I mean, Super, you're 100% right. That's exactly what that battle was. Repri, I appreciate the kind words. I love casting tournaments. Look, if there's any way, first of all, Zath is going to tell you yes. I know that, okay? If there's any way that I can do it, I will, okay? But the trick is that until they tell me when it is, I can't tell anybody definitively that I'm going to or not. Aha, I can finally see. Okay, so now I see. Now I understand the UI changes, because now I can see people's consumables here in the loading screen. I can't see their build. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna go back to that one where it was showing me this spawn again. I love when they do this. Here we're gonna spawn you directly behind an island. That's a great idea.
Game time.
Dee-dee-dee. All right, I have 4 charges of crawling smoke. I'm realizing now I should have taken the 2-point commander skill for that, but I'll work on that in a minute. Ooh, I like that. I like the Inquisition camo. Taranthal, so this camo is part of being a CC. This camo is actually one that you can earn through this month's battle pass, or whatever the hell they call it now. It's when you look on your little listing, it's somewhere up the line. You can earn it for free by playing enough missions and earning enough tokens or whatever. You don't have to buy it. If you play enough through the progress, you will eventually earn it. Merton, I mean, it's all a matter of perspective, right? A lot of the sub players that I've heard talk, basically, they talk like this patch has been a catastrophic disaster. Whereas for me, I look at it like, well, now you can't you can't just get on top of somebody and murder them and then laugh while you do it. So my opinion is learn better tactics now, right? That's my opinion. Nope, no single launch. I've got triples or wides. Hey, these are a triple, I think. Should be a triple with that reload speed. Let's have a look. Is it a triple or a quad? It's a quad. Okay, that's actually quite lovely. More torpedo power than I thought. What's the range? 10 clicks. All right, so these are almost torpedo cruisers, right? I've got 10-kilometer torpedoes on 9.4-kilometer detection. That's kind of cool. And I have kind of garbagey gun range because, you know, because.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
I don't think this Akatsuki understands his predicament very well. Our Gade needs to not die for me. That'd be swell, but I think he's already dead. I think he's already dead, kids. Yep. All right, time to speed up. Unfortunately, in this particular game, no subs for me to try the fancy sub detection thing on, which makes me kind of sad. But here we are. Is this Furutaka going to try and, like, stop and play bow in? No, okay, he's still moving. I was like, good. You don't want to give up the speed of that ship. Her speed is one of her best assets. Let's load some AP and see if we can get a good salvo in this guy. He's sort of chosen a bad board position right here. You may be a heavy cruiser, but you still don't have amazing armor. I think I'm only going to get the stern turrets over there. Yeah. Oh, we still got one Citadel out of the stern turret. I'll take it. Well, team on the other side of the map has chosen suicide, but the QE took care of the Furutaka, so that feels okay. Snuggle up to this island right here, help these guys finish capping. Y'all should really murder this guy. Really, the Leander's in the cap up here. Is he now? Come on, Kiwi. Boogers. All right, we at least ran him out of the cap for now. Okay, he's turning out. He and the New Orleans are turning out of here. Okay, makes sense. Do these ships not get... They do not seem to get Royal Navy physics, no. They do not appear to. Furutaka's dead. Now, I'm going out here, and this is kind of a mistake, but I'm doing it anyway. Have to be a little cautious here because I don't get a heal. I really need the QE to speak up over there. What is even happening at the ACAP? Who can possibly explain to me what's happening at the ACAP? Anybody? Wow. Good evening, Wild Ride. How you doing? Willkommen du Madhouse, as I like to say. I mean, I'd love to go kill Classic. He's just chilling over there all by himself. All right, Hydro's out. I have no idea why the Miyoko's turning around. I like what the shear is doing. I like it a lot. Okay. Gonna be a little frosty here in the New Orleans. Weather's starting to set in. Not a really good thing for me. Why is this QE turning around? Stop turning around. Madre de Dios. There you go, Miyoko. There you go, Miyoko. Oh, that might have been the Normandy. I don't know. Somebody thwapped him. I don't know why you guys are turning around.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
Classic, this team has not exactly covered itself in amazing accomplishments. You're all sitting in your spawn area now.
I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch.
Who we got? Angelic with the raid. Thank you so much.
Walking this way.
Kick your ass.
Okay, the Dory turned around. These boats are not bad. I feel a little bad being up-tiered like this, but it's not because the ship is bad. It's just because I don't have the capability that I wish I did, and my teammates are just not here. They're just not here, which always feels pretty awful. Welcome, Angelic. Thank you for the shout-out. Appreciate you. Miyoko's plans are on a need-to-know basis. The Miyoko literally turned around and went back to our home cap. He has nothing to shoot at back there. I have no idea what he's doing. Whoa. Let's say those should not have the range to reach me, but let's not risk it, huh? I have no idea why a Shirat Tsuyu thinks he's going to beat a hill in a gunfight, but that's the world we live in right now. Hey guys, y'all can cap this.
My balls, your face.
Like,
I'm gonna kill
the
you.
hill is nowhere near that cap. Go cap it. What are y'all doing? Is Queen Elizabeth trying to turn around again? My God, are we going to give this game up? We can easily win this game. He does look pretty awesome, doesn't it? All right, I got about 2 minutes. Who's in the sea cap? Oh, that was so predictable. That was so predictable. Who's gone back to sea, I have to wonder. All right, if the Lazo and the Miyoko are going to get into A, I think I don't want to push the sea cap. Oh, too late. I'm already here. Hi, Leander. How you doing, buddy? Okay, I'm going to keep resetting him, and then we're going to get out of here. Yeah, I was like, I know his torps are coming. I have no interest in that shenanigans. I'm going to throw mine blindly into the cap just because I have no idea what's over there. Flip the guns. Put the other rack of torps into the cap. And then I'm gonna I think I'm gonna keep heading south. They have a 2-ship lead, but we have all this board control they can't match. The trick is, can we hold it? That's what I don't know. All right, Angelic, no worries. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for your raid. Well, all right, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you enjoyed those. I'm glad to, all I want out of those is I want people to go back and look at older lines of ships that they've either never played or dismissed as trash and reconsider them. That's all I want. Okay, so the cruisers on the other side of the map are basically dead. The Lazo is never going to survive that exchange, ever. Well, he managed to kill the other Lazo, so that's something, I suppose. Maybe some torps on the QE and he might be able to pull it off. I don't know. Doesn't look good, though. Okay, now that the QE is here alongside me, I'm going to try and push back to the sea cap. The intention here is, if I get into trouble, if somebody shows up where I don't expect them, what I'll do is I'll use the QE as a spotter and smoke. Somebody's directly in front of me, and I don't know who it is. Oh, it's classic.
Now this is a force to be reckoned with. Time to put on the beer goggles.
Much better. This really pisses me off.
See, now that the dory is behind your smoke, classic, you don't have a spotter. I very clearly do not have British acceleration right here. He's probably not going to sit in there. Yeah, he's not going to sit in there. He's going to bail. He has to bail. He can't sit in there. Okay. I can get these shots for free. I think if I bust out on the other side of his smoke... Well, if I bust out on the other side of his smoke, I'll be nose-to-nose with the Doria. Find you a way through those, my friend. There we go. There we go. Need a fire. Come on, give me a fire. There we go. Who was that? Soup with the raid. Welcome in, everybody. All right, now we're going to bust through and see if we can spot Classic on the surface. Come on. Let's do this. There he is.
A crowbar would come in handy right about now.
he just pulls the handbrake like, yeah, this is over. Poor Classic. Poor Classic. He played such a great game. He played such a great game in a Tier 5 destroyer. Oh. So, the timing there worked. By pushing with the QE and not pushing on my own, right? He was able to take care of the Doria, keep him off my back, and my Hydro kept him away from torpedoes. And oh, Classic. You're fired. Classic, you're fired. Oh my God, Classic. GG, my friend. GG. I don't think you knew I was going to turn into those, but I did a little bit of get down, Mr. President, here for the QE, so let's hope it works. Okay, the New Orleans has like no health, and the Leander should die the next time this guy pulls the trigger.
Got him!
All this guy has to do is not take torpedoes and die, and he's gonna be. Please don't beat yourself. Please do not beat yourself. You're gonna beat yourself. If this QE throws the game now, after how well he's played, I'm gonna be more than a little irritated. Please kill him. Okay. 30 seconds to a win. Please don't die. Please don't die. That's the first rack. He's gonna eat the second rack. No! We could have won this game, dude. All you had to do was not die! You son of a... I was totally gonna comp that guy. I really was. And now I'm not gonna comp him. Yes. Ronan, this is 100% going to Game of Throws. I will give a comp to the Leander, who played an irritating game, and a Classic, who also played an irritating game. Greystroke, get out. Get out. See, Flaming, that's where you and I differ. I would much rather win. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was an entertaining game. I'll give it that. Was it fun? Well, that's debatable. Fun is in the eye of the beholder. And, for example... For example, Icon, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. The Miyoko. Do you remember when the Miyoko turned around? Right? Okay, so the Miyoko turned around. He spent like 6 minutes or 5 minutes. He sailed up, he sailed over, he sailed back down. Why? 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 Oh my god. Well, the sad thing is, those torpedoes weren't even meant for me. Yeah, that was his last torpedo salvo that he'd fired at the Queen Elizabeth behind me, and I just blundered into them. Classic, the Miyoko he was fighting at A, and then he turned around, and I talked about this in the middle of the game. I was like, what is this guy doing? He ran up like the 7 line, went through the B cap, met up with the Lazo, and then came back over in the A cap. And I was like, what are you doing? What is... He just like, you know what, guys? I need a coffee break. I'm going to get up and just set some... Oh, were you? Okay, my apologies, Classic. I thought they were fired at the guy behind me. So that's my mistake then. I deserve to die. But still, it's frustrating. See, Valley, I mean, Machine, I'm not interested in ranking out tonight. I'm just goofing off, right? I mean, that was a random anyway. I mean, randoms are randoms. I'm not... For bottom tier cruiser, but like... For a game that I busted my ass in, to not even have 1,000 XP, this legit pisses me off. I don't even understand this result. I'm a bottom tier cruiser. I murdered a top tier destroyer, right? I mean, it's just irritating. I almost hit exit game. I know, Wayne. I'll have to check it out. All right. Well, so we've now tried Delhi. Chat wants me to play I say chat. Badger Milk wants me to play Genova, which means it's that time. Genova, of course, being one of the worst heavy cruisers in the tier. Yatsugi, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And we're going to try this thing out. I'm not holding my breath. Although, every time I badmouth this ship, I run off and have a decent game in it. Like, literally on this channel, we call it the Genova effect. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not holding my breath. So, Super Havoc, that's a really good way to think of them. The trick is they don't handle like a Haida. That crawling smoke is really fun and really handy. I mean, if you've played a Perth, you know what I'm talking about, right? The crawling smoke can be really, really good. But your ship does not handle like a destroyer. So is when someone's charging you or there's torpedoes coming in or whatever, you've got to put on some speed. There are times that running, I mean, at quarter speed, your ship handles like trash. Every ship handles like trash at quarter speed. You need to be moving at least half speed to have decent maneuverability. But here's the trick: when you're moving half speed, you can't stay in your little smoky smoke cloud, right? So it's not quite so simple. I mean, Andrew. Okay, so Andrew, let me ask you this: your position is there's nothing to be excited about. Fair. My question is, what would get you excited about playing boats? What's something that Wargaming could do that would make you go, "That's amazing! I can't wait to log in." New modes. Good luck.
Let's get it on.
I mean, Greystroke, let's be honest. So, I've got to get back onto my populate my quarterly review series. Back, especially since I'm almost exactly a year behind, so I'm way out of date. But I've gone and looked at the data, right? We always knew when COVID ended, the game was going to lose people. Okay, every PC game, every computer game, PC game, video game, everybody benefited from COVID in terms of population because people were stuck at home. As COVID eased and the world came out of its, haze of stupidity, there was obviously a decline in population. However, at least, EU's population is actually kind of gone up a little bit because they closed, a lot of the RU guys moved over there. And then the NA server has fairly well stabilized. Is it as big as it was pre-COVID? It feels like it's pretty close. The numbers are close. It's either right around the same place or perhaps a slight bit smaller. The population of the game on NA feels fairly sustainable, but there are times that you can tell matchmaking is struggling. 100%. Let's see if I led those right. My experience with these guns is very bad. Nope, I was behind him. Okay. I'm a heavy cruiser with no range. So this is going to be fun. However, when an opposing destroyer is spotted, I can frequently do cool things. Oh, hang on. Like this. Let's see if I can hit this guy. My SAP will crush this dude if I can land these shells. Well, only one, but you see one shell for 1,600 damage is pretty sexy. The problem is we still can't spot this guy. Come on, Minakaze. I need you to spot him. Even if you spot him with your face, I will murder him. Let's go. You're spotted on Hydro right now. That's a problem. Gotta get off the wall here. Okay, I'm intentionally pushing this T-22. The smoke is expiring. This is probably a mistake. But I think I can end this T-22's game very effectively, very quickly. Although he will probably smoke again. Let's see what happens. He may have already smoked again. Looks like he did. Yeah, he already smoked in there. Fuso has only been firing HE at me, so far he hasn't given me anything to be worried about.
Your ass is grass, and I'm
Fuso's still firing HE at me.
Damn.
Okay, buddy. What's your thing, my friend?
And no
This
checks.
T-22 knows to get away from me. I'll give him that.
Much better.
He knows I'm going to hit him hard if I can actually get some shells into him. Fuso took some stuff. He's flooding back there. All right, let's load some AP. We'll go murder in Omaha. Oop, looks like somebody might actually beat me to it. Yep. All right, so the T-22 basically got left to die. So let's go see if maybe we have the opportunity to cap. Oh, the Minikaze should really get over here and take care of that. Okay, New York's not even looking at me, which is fine. Fuso, on the other hand, he took a whole bunch of flood damage. Oh, now he found his AP. Ha! He just got Fuso'd. You just got Fuso'd, son. You fired AP at a broadside cruiser and missed every single shell. Welcome to World of Warships. Any new good impressions? Milo, it's... we've only played the Tier 5. That's all I've got. And it was okay. Like, you know, it's all right. It's a cruiser. It's a light cruiser. I mean, the one that I'm really curious to try is Auckland, because Auckland is a heavy cruiser, right? That's the one I really want to give it a go. Problem is now that he's angled, I'm not going to be able to do anything to this clown. Now, if he turns a little bit, the rules change. Okay, that wasn't bad. 3 pens. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. All right, we finally got a cap lead to go with our ship lead. All right, that feels good. T-22 remains south somewhere. Commonwealth the top end of the Commonwealth cruiser line is all heavy cruisers. The 1 through the 7 or whatever are all light cruisers. But Auckland is where the line to me gets interesting, starting at Tier 8. I'm not even going to change course. I'm going to eat your stupid torpedoes so that you learn not to do dumb things. The Weimar should be an easy kill, fellas. Y'all should work on that. I think New Orleans is going to get him right here. Maybe? No, you got to fire HE at him.
The boogeyman is real, and you just found him.
Your torps are too slow, little T-21. Your torps are too slow. However, you have now told me where you are, which I find interesting. I wonder if I'm faster than him. German destroyers are not really known for their speed, but I think he's got a speed boost. Right now, I'm kind of wasting my game keeping this guy pinned down. But the rest of the team is so clumped. Until they kill that Agincourt, I don't really want to push too close. Okay, so he's still off to my left somewhere. They're slowly murdering the rest of the enemy team, and I just want to keep this clown pinned down back here. Who was that? Attempted Dodge. What a great name. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. What is an Incheon? Sounds Pan-Asian. Interesting. He's telling me where he is. How curious. I think he doesn't like that I'm chasing him into the corner of the map. Well, we still got a points lead and a ship lead. And I've probably got enough speed. Yeah, I've got enough speed to get back in this fight. Let's get down here and finish murdering this guy. And then our life will feel better. He's probably launching his torpedoes right about now, so...
This is gonna fuck up my hair.
Oh, this is a force to be reckoned with.
He's gonna kill me. Wow. Well, he's so far out of the game, though. We'll have to see if the enemy. We'll have to see if they can make a win out of it. Cerberus AA is hot garbage. Which one is that? Oh, 10. Isn't this supposed to be like a Minotaur? And you can't preview the ship, can you? Or is this the preview? Here we go. No, this is bad AA, guys. For a tier 10 ship, this is terrible AA. I could have told you that just by looking at it. Look at that thing. That's not good AA at all. You have your mid-range bubble is terrible. Your short-range bubble is terrible. Your mid-range bubble is okay. Your long-range bubble is trash. 70 DPS? My Fletcher puts out more long-range DPS than this thing. So, no. This is not going to be a good AA cruiser. I can just tell you that. And only 4 flak puffs? Trash. Trash. It will not shoot down many planes. I mean, Merton, isn't that what people want right now? To me, if that's the case, let's assume for a minute that you're correct. It feels like it's a give the people what they want moment, doesn't it? Right? I mean, I haven't gone and looked. Did they finally add the sub-surveillance to the Japanese light cruisers? That was supposed to be a thing, wasn't it? Yeah. So I haven't played the line since they did this, right? So what I'm actually curious is if I should look into playing Shimanto like in ranked or something. Let's try it. Let's play Shimanto in ranked for the hell of it. Klinka in what way? Was he overpinning? I mean, Merton, I want good AA as well. I mean, I want all cruisers to have good anti-aircraft fire, but it's not, I mean, you can't, no cruiser is all things, right? All cruisers have something that they don't do well. There is no perfect jack of all trades. This is amazing. You know what's funny? I've barely seen any submarines in ranked all night. Not that this is a complaint, but it's noteworthy, isn't it? He was getting out DPM'd. In a Cerberus, he should be getting out DPM'd. Yeah, Zen, go ahead and set that up. We'll do one now, and then we'll do one towards the end of the stream too. I mean, let's be honest, right? If you're a Wooster, should be 5 of each is perfect. Xander, just set it up and don't start it until the game's over. A Wooster should out DPM a heavy cruiser. Like that should not be a shock to anybody. Gaelrond, I completely disagree. That's you're making assumptions based on facts, not on evidence, right? It's some of it depends on the light cruiser in question. Some of it depends on the position, the game, the relative health pools going into the engagement. Like, there's so many factors that go into that. Dodge, you and I are on the same page with this one, right? No ship can be good at everything. Otherwise, that's all anybody plays, right? One of the frustrations that I have, and you're gonna hear me say something I don't talk about a lot, but it does frustrate me. There's a lot of battleship players in this game that think they should be able to just murder everything that they see. And it's like, but that's not really historical, is it? You know, you can't be good at everything. Then what? Then it would be. Then all the reason for all these other ships wouldn't. No one would ever play them, right? You know, I love playing cruisers, but I accept going into pushing battle in a cruiser that I am taking something that is nominally a glass cannon, depending on matchmaking and how the game shakes out, right? No, Dodge. I'm with you. Like, I don't. I've never heard people say that about heavy cruisers, right? It feels strange to hear it vocalized a little bit. Okay, what I really want to do is put my torpedoes into this cap and kind of like have them cutting across this cap as I move in. I want to load the AP, I think, while the torpedoes are on the way. Do I want to do that? That feels kind of bold, doesn't it? Let's do that. Oh, they're only triples. I forgot they were only triples. For some reason, I thought they were quads. I'm going to have a mines backing me up. It'll be a little frosty the Baltimore. That's the one thing over here I don't want to run into. Doesn't look like my torpedoes are going to hit anything because there's nothing over here to hit. Looks like the entire rest of their team went to the other cap. Okay, at this angle, I'm not going to probably get anything worth firing at the HE, so let's just not bother. Aha! We found someone. Hi, Bayard. Okay, so the Massachusetts is a bit of a problem.
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
I may be dead. I have to get behind this island. Well, no, I bounced most of the mass. No, I bounced the mines. The problem is with the mass is going to be able to spot me on the surface in a minute. I'll probably... Yeah, I'm dead now. Well, let's see what we can do. Aside from die, because we're going to be dead soon. So I did something stupid with a light cruiser and got dead. That's not really shocking at the end of the day. It would have been better had this guy... I mean, this is not useful up here. The Lenin is at least making the attempt. This position is terrible, by the way. Like, you can't impact anything up here. So... Armed response with the raid. Thank you so much.
This way.
Alright, now I think I'm going to hit this guy with 2. Looks like it's going to be 2. No, just the one in the bow. So, if you're going to play Shimanto in ranked, don't do what I did. Simple. Easy. Let's see. So earlier, Havoc, we were talking about don't be pushing caps, don't do stupid things with your ship until you know the position of the enemy team. Perfect example, right? That's a perfect example of me taking a stupid risk and losing my ship for it. So there you go. Have I tried A build Yodo? I don't have a Yodo yet, so no. All right, did I finally buy one? Maybe I did finally buy one. Hold on a minute. Did I buy a Yodo? No. No, I never... I was still grinding the line back at whatever the 9 is. This thing. I mean, I could do it. I'm just lazy. Let's go play a ranked game. Maybe I'll finish it up and buy a Yodo. Oh, Striker, I know. Does Nevsky have good TPM for a light cruiser? The answer is no. So, Dodge... Nevsky, by virtue of the fact that she's like Russian, she's going to struggle. And she's not really a light cruiser, but she's not really a heavy cruiser. Her DPM is not bad, but she only has 8 barrels. Is Yodo better or Zhao? I prefer Zhao. Vastly prefer Zhao, right? Admittedly, you're talking to somebody who has never played Yodo, so take that with a grain of salt. But I watch other people play it, and I'm like, what's the hype? I don't see the I don't have any interest in this ship. It doesn't feel interesting. It eats damage from everything. It's spotted from orbit. The shells are super floaty. Zhao is just as stealthy, if not stealthier. Yes, the torpedoes are not as good, right? Yodo is a torpedo cruiser, right? I would much, if I'm going to play cruiser, I'd much rather have better guns. That's just a personal choice. If you like the idea of a torpedo cruiser, hey, you do you, buddy. I really wanted a carrier. That's frustrating. Now, I do have some submarines to test out my fancy consumable on, so this will be interesting to try. I am a little sad there's not planes for me to murder, though. "7-kilometer detection of subs. For 20 seconds? That's all?
Let's get it on.
So for 20 seconds, it shows me where the sub is out to 7 kilometers. Why did people think that was going to be amazing? That feels kind of crap, honestly. No, that can't be right? Is that right? Sub-surveillance should work at everything but max depth. It should work at periscope and, like, cruising depth, right? Doesn't it? There's a module that extends the duration, but I remember thinking, I don't need that. Now I wish I had it. And it doesn't spot if they surface. Oh, for God's sake. Of course it doesn't. Why would it? Then it would be useful. Can't have that. How ridiculous. Oh my God. Okay, so Hujam, I'm not disagreeing with you. Explain to me your reasoning. I hear what you're saying. I want to hear why you why you feel that way. Xander, let this giveaway cook until the end of this game. Valiant, I think it's 3. It goes in the same slot that Hydro and Defensive Fire goes in. Well, not at the beginning of the game, Hujam. No. My thinking, my point, I guess, would be later on, right? Okay, we are not progressing this cap, I'm guessing. Ah, we have found the cockroach. Cockroach dived on us, so let's get in here and finish this cap up.
You want fries with that?
Keep thinking this Fletcher's going to have to back off.
Much better.
That Adatara is just like, he wants me dead. 12K. I have a profile this wide and he hits me for 12K. Yeah, sure, that makes so much sense.
Nice day to die. For you, that is.
How the hell am I lit? How on earth? What on earth is spotting me? Did the salmon come back when I wasn't looking? It's like, why am I bothering to play this game? Yeah, but no, the sub can only... Oh, he's on the surface. Yay. And my sub is submerged, so therefore we lose. Good job. Thanks for getting me killed, buddy. Appreciate you.
Where's the hammer when you need one? It's a nice day to die. For you, that is.
So the class of the ships that they gave the stupid, yeah, about 30K. The ships that they gave the stupid sub spotting thing to are so worthless they can't use it. So what purpose does it serve precisely? Explain to me the value of it. Because for my chair it has none. It's just pure garbage. I mean, I'm getting like maximum AR right now, so I shouldn't whine too loud. I mean, Takahashi is far from the worst ship in the game. There are way worse ships in Warships than Takahashi. Is she amazing? No, I'll argue. I'll grant you that, but she is far from the worst ship in the game. But what I'm trying to figure out is, right? They went to all this trouble to give this line submarine surveillance, but then you don't have the detection or any other tools that allow you to use it. So what's the point? 3 kills in 3 seconds. I love it. Oh, the Mogador's dead. Our submarine will be dead soon after. Well, you can't... Well, okay, it's Takahashi. I can't really play aggressive at all. Of course, it also helps... It doesn't help that all my battleships apparently have brains for garbage, right? So, like, that's never a good thing. Part of this is me. I haven't played this line of ships in so long. I forgot that they were not... The guns were basically garbage. You have to play them as big, giant torpedo boats and nothing else. So that's on me for forgetting that. I mean, Ben, I'm agree with you there. Like the whole concept feels ridiculous right now. Well, I hit something in there and they're flooding. This single submarine basically keeps us from doing anything of note down here.
Where's the hammer when you need one?
Okay, he's finally dead. So I didn't really get to do anything of note with my my fancy consumable. Yay.
Magic 8-Ball says, you died.
I should just quit this game and save me a lot of pain. Wow, you're bold, aren't you, little Asashio?
You're my bitch now. Wow, this is a force to be reckoned with.
Much better.
We'd slap you back to Bangkok.
I mean, sub-surveillance does not feel remotely useful. I don't even know why you'd bother putting it on a ship like this that can't use it. I will say I'm going to have to go try me some Zal, though. He knows his torpedoes can't hurt me, right? Surely he knows this. Well, if he doesn't, he's going to find out in a minute.
Rest in pieces.
Well, we got 2 into the Rado.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I might actually kill this Gascon. He's gonna take like 4. Oh, this is funny. Hang on, I got another destroyer to murder. How you doing, Sims? How we feeling today, buddy? Oh, right as I pulled the trigger. All I had to do was run all game and let them come to me. An easy 150,000 damage. An easy 150k. So this is my point about these doofy ships, right? They're torpedo cruisers. And if you can't get them to stumble into the torpedoes, the ships are just not good. They're just not. Oh my god, so funny. So funny. Okay, guys, we had a whole bunch of giveaway winners. Let's read these off. Galeron, 1911, Downriver, Grant, Spooks, Spook in Z, excuse me. Philip, Hujam, Rathagor, Cab, Terracemark, Dubong, Lager, Sam, Spock, and Flaming Rigged. Grey Wolf, you guys have all won some fancy loot. If I have called your name, you need to whisper Xanda in chat. He is going to hook you up with your winnings, whatever it happens to be. He knows I don't. Talk to him. Whisper him on Twitch. Tell him what server you play on. That's the only info we need, and he will take care of it from there. I still can't believe I finished that game with 150,000 damage. I spent most of that game on about 10,000 HP. And it's all on the torpedoes, right? It's all on the torpedoes. Valiant, I'm just glad she's coming to the game. I legit don't care. I'll be honest. Like, I'm just glad she's coming to the game. It took too long. Johnson should have been one of the very first premiums that they ever made. I don't understand why it took this long to figure out, right? Yeah, I know, right, Hujam? It just goes to show you that, again, the strength of this line is not in... It is 100% not in the guns. These guns are, frankly, they're trash against almost everything you shoot them at. I got to murder I got to basically murder 2 destroyers, right, at the very end, and land a whole bunch of torpedoes. Galeron, that might be a Twitch thing. I don't know. If you have to, ping Xanda on Discord if it's easier for you. So, the good news there is that because of all my buffs and everything, I ended up with a nice pile of XP. That means that'll be the last game I ever have to play. I have to play in Takahashi, which is nice because, yikes. Although I gotta say, based on this ship, I'm not really sure I should be super excited to unlock Yodo. Yikes. Yikes. Let's look at this thing. Yeah, so, no, where is it? Is it slot 3? It's in slot 3. Okay, so, Machine, you were asking where the sub-surveillance thing is. It's not in the same slot as defensive fire or hydro. It's in slot 3. This reduces the prep and cooldown time, but it doesn't lengthen the time that the thing is up. 20 seconds does not feel like very long. Andrew, that's what I honestly, genuinely believe. I really believe that everybody thinks, you know, like, every game I see in Yodo, I'm just like, really? What's the point, right? But, what have I got now? 208? I'll spend 30k. Let's unlock the thing. Just be done with it. I was looking for a reason to spend cash earlier. Now I have one. Which means I have to flag it. Hang on. Yeah, that button. Come on. Okay. To flag it, and then I got to come in here, take this off, do that, but ditch that. And then we want to unflag this thing. And then I'll set this thing up later. I'm not playing Yodo tonight. I cannot bring myself to fight that to face that tonight. I'm not playing Yodo tonight. Okay. What else have we got in here? Mogami, Constellation, Bayard. There's lots of good ships on these lists. What have I got time for? I got time for about at least 3 or 4 more games. Especially if I switch back to ranked. Flaming, I'm gonna play Flaming's Akila game. He's been very patient. And I can't play Akila in ranked, which means I have to play it in randoms. So we'll give that a shot. No. Maybe? Why do I have this? What was I thinking here? I genuinely have no idea what I was thinking there. Probably that the planes regen quick enough and I don't really care. but I think I do care. Yeah, I feel like I do care. Let's fix that. I feel like I should care. Yeah, that's all fine. That's all fine. Sure. Oh, was there a heal? That must have been... You're right. That must have been what it was, Grunty. That must have been what it was. That's probably what it was. Okay. All right, guys. Let me go play aircraft carrier badly. And then we'll get back to some ranked. Akila for flaming. It's fine, flaming. I'm happy to... I haven't played this boat in a long time, and if you get the right carrier... If you get paired against the right carrier, you can do some hilarious thing with these rockets. I'm legit curious to see if it's a Yorktown. Okay, so I got a Yorktown. I'm actually going to try and take a rocket strike after him just to see what I can do to him. I genuinely have no idea, and I want to find out. It means I'm probably going to waste a bunch of time at the start of the game, but I'm going to give it a go. Unless there's just some target that looks amazing that blunders into my path, I want to see what I can do to that guy. Now, his AA should chew me up pretty good. But I want to find out. Machine, I've seen the exact opposite. Most of her strength comes on the back of her ridiculous AP rockets. Because she vomits so many rockets into the reticle, it's just silly. I mean, did they change the reticle size? No, that reticle still looks pretty good. I think I'm going to be okay. Fair enough, Valiant. AF knows carriers better than I do. You want to take his advice over mine. I think I have maybe six games in this ship. Okay, so don't take my word as gospel. When I play this ship, what I remember is the rockets being very, very, very impactful. And the torpedoes are solid, but like the rockets are where you get the big alpha. The torpedoes are like, you know, they're steady damage if you throw them at the right thing. That kind of thing. Right, like I've got a McKinson and a Sinop and a Nagato I can pick on in this match. That was only 6K. That wasn't nearly as big a hit as I was hoping for. Okay, so the McKinson and the Nagato are paired up with the Mass, which means one of the other Massachusetts is probably also going to be on the other flank, which feels kind of crappy. Let's take the rockets out again. I'm only bringing back 2 of those planes, which feels pretty awful, but that's kid for you. He's trying to snipe me. What a turd.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I could do this all day.
All right,
So much
fine.
luck breaks.
Genius. I will return the favor. Hold on. I see a sign-up I can go torpedo, probably. Let's try that. Let's try that. Natissimo, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, there's a flint. Of course, I have to overfly a flint to get to the sign-off. Amazing.
Much better.
That's correct, Machine. Her torpedoes have very high flood chances. What I remember about them is that they don't hit terribly hard. He's trying to snipe me again.
Yeah, this should help.
Because the autopilot is so garbo,
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
So because the autopilot is trash, I have to sit here and drive my hull rather than fly my planes. Thanks, Wargaming. You know, they said they wanted to make carriers more fun, and they ended up making them worse. Because they're just not, they're not enjoyable. He should not be able to do that next to an island. Like, nobody else can do that next to an island.
I could do this all day.
Next to an island, everybody else in the game, everybody else's rockets are trash. You can't hit anything. Not a bad hit out of the torps, I gotta say. Looks like I missed him with the second salvo, though. Which feels bad. Oh, amazing! Somebody's submarine is sailing around in the middle of the map. Yep, because I'm spotted now. Awesome. No, it's the Kagero. Okay, he flooded out. I'll take it.
Hail to the king, baby. I was born ready.
I give him this. These planes are very maneuverable. I think I started that run a little early. Still hit him for 15 rockets. About 5K, maybe. Not an amazing hit, but a solid one. New Mexico looks like he's dead. I know. I'll just sail in a straight line when I know there's a Japanese torpedo destroyer nearby. Clever. Great. Hold on. I have to protect myself from getting sniped now.
So much for anti-lock brakes.
My fighter's ever gonna kick in here? This team, what in the hell, guys? Holy bejesus.
I could do this all day.
These guys all dicked around the 9-10 line all game and have managed to accomplish very, very little. It's super fun. Oh, Gaelic's here finally. We've been waiting for you, man. Like, stream's been on like 3 hours. Where you been? This Kagero, I don't know what our destroyers did, but it was not useful. They went to the map edges and died, apparently. Oh, hey, what's up? Well, time for me to die to the destroyer because I'm defenseless against them. As Wargaming has intended. I remember when carrier in this game used to be fun, and they've absolutely destroyed it to the point it's just not enjoyable anymore.
Who's your daddy now?
Got him!
The Amagi's like, what's the plan? I was like, well, for starters, why don't you get into the game? Valiant, okay, so there was a time that rockets were useful against destroyers, but not catastrophically devastating. And then they nerfed rockets again. So now, as a carrier, you literally can't defend yourself. I mean, I don't really know what else to say there, right? You literally can't defend yourself against even the weakest, most pathetic joke of a destroyer in most aircraft carriers. The Americans get those stupid HE bombs that are like, that give them an opportunity to do so, okay? But basically, if you don't have that, LOL, good luck. Like, no, Valiant, no. That's 100% wrong. That's 100% wrong. Once they nerfed the reticles, right? When they nerfed the rocket reticles, rockets were fine. You had to maneuver against them, sure, but you could still hit things with them. Rocket delays are not consistent. They're almost universally too long. They're not consistent across carriers. So you cannot learn how one carrier's rockets function and then take that to another one. Okay? when they like there was a time that every carrier in the game, their rocket reticles got nerfed by like 20%. And at that point forward, rockets were in a way better place. Up until then, rockets were grossly OP. It was stupid, okay? And then Wargaming came and was like, rockets are too accurate. Let's nerf them. And they did. And they were fine. There was a game I played years ago in Ryujo. I wish I had a clip of it. I don't think I do. So I'm tier 6, right? And against Ryujo's rocket planes used to have this little tiny dime-sized reticle that it put 6 rockets into. And I had a game once, the very first who was that? The very first time it was like a tier 5 destroyer. I was on like Fault Line or something. It's like a Minikaze or some garbage, right? I dev struck him. 6 rockets, dev strike, 90 seconds into the game. That was insane. It was stupid. I should never be able to do that. That was pure garbage, okay? Then they nerfed the rocket reticles to the point where I couldn't do that anymore, and it made a whole lot more sense. Okay, fine. I'm okay with that, right? Because now I could do the same thing with Enterprise. Enterprise's rockets were stupidly accurate. You would destroy destroyers. That was dumb. But once the rocket reticle hit, once the nerf hit, you couldn't dev strike destroyers anymore. And you could harass them, you could hurt them, you could actually defend yourself. It made total sense. Now, rockets are so useless against destroyers. It's like, what's the point? Once the destroyer has you cornered, you're dead. You're a dead man. You can't win that fight. Again, unless you have like, some like the HE bombs, like, or the British, or like you're like an Ark Royal or something. You got the big level HE bombs. Yeah, okay, you can do mean things. There's a handful of carriers that still have tools against destroyers. Most of them don't anymore. They've all been nerfed into the ground. That's what the player base wants. That's fine, but it's frustrating. Like for an average Joe Blow person who occasionally picks up a carrier and wants to go play one, that's really irritating, right? Well, you say Graf Zepp, Andrew, but I'll be honest. If a stupid idiot destroyer player gets in range of a Graf Zepp and I can spot him, my secondaries are going to wipe him out. I don't have to shoot at him with my planes, right? Grunty, another great example, right? Audacious. Benedict, thank you for the follow. Audacious, the one thing that Audacious could do well was she could dumpster destroyers with her rockets. It was the only thing that the carrier really did well, okay? Her torpedoes were, and the bombs are trash for the tier. And so it was like, when you saw an Audacious as a destroyer player, you were like, oh crap, if that guy knows what he's doing, I'm in trouble. And then they nerfed the rockets. And now Audacious is like the most toothless, trash aircraft carrier at tier 10. She can't do anything. It's like, why play it, right? They went too far with the rocket nerfs to where now an average carrier player can't really enjoy them half the time, right? The other thing that they've done that irritates me is they keep making carriers at tier 8 that are snipeable, and they're okay with it. And it's like, well, this is dumb and irritating, right? Can we just not? It's like you made it so that this wouldn't. You went through all this pain. We waited years for this rework. This wasn't supposed to be a thing, and then now you've got all these trash carriers that's so easy to snipe, like a Saipan, like Akila, like there's another tier 8 carrier that has trash AA at short range. Anyway, oh yeah, Gaelic, you're here now. Falcon, that's exactly my point, right? Like. Or if you're able to finally learn how the delay works, lead properly, the destroyer player doesn't maneuver, you can still hit them, but all of these things have to go correctly, and you don't know, right? It's so irritating. It's so frustrating. Okay, so there it is. I got to put it in front of there we go. So he signed the cover in black, John St. John. And then I asked him to sign the disc. We had the disc done he had a bronze pen, so I had him do it there too. So there we go. I know Yorktown is good. Yorktown's an excellent carrier. And the one on the other team obviously knew what he was doing, and I'm an average carrier player at best. I'm fine with all of that. My frustration is the destroyer engagement, because as a carrier, so I made some mistakes in that game. Fair. I sat still when I shouldn't have. I should have read the map sooner and realized I wanted to be on the stronger flank. But when you end up in a map like Hotspot with a giant open middle and your destroyers are dumb and run away to the edges, and somebody's Kagero just drives through the middle of the map, as the carrier player, you're dead. Right? Again, unless you're in the handful of carriers that can defend themselves, you're dead. Right? You're not going to win that engagement. He's just going to he's going to gun you down to death. Like he will outgun you. It's ridiculous. Exactly right, Grunty. Exactly right. You can't. Like you will never reliably hit a destroyer with rockets like anymore. You might hit him every now and then, right? But if he's awake, breathing, and knows how to use his A and D keys, and God forbid his W and S keys, whew, good luck. You ain't gonna hit him. All right. Let's go back to ranked for a bit. I need something. I'm gonna take this Cleveland game for a palate cleanser now. I think that's a good idea. I think that's an excellent call. You can't change your destroyer's position in 3 to 4 seconds? I can. The rudder shift on most destroyers is pretty quick. Toggle your throttle, turn your rudder, be somewhere else. It's very easy to juke rocket shots these days. It has been for a long time. Even back before... Once the rocket reticle nerf went in, players still wouldn't use their rudders. Oh, rockets are so hard to dodge. Is it really? I'm not having any problem. Carrier rockets were oppressive, broken in the DD against destroyers until they nerfed the reticle sizes. Then they were fine. And then they nerfed them again. I play a lot of destroyer. I'm not really complaining, right? I look at the average carrier and be like, yeah, whatever. If I win, I win. But it means that the destroyer carrier interaction now heavily favors the destroyer most of the time. And I don't feel like I feel like it was much more balanced before they did that change. So Andrew, that's actually a good point. About one of the reasons Malta is so strong. It's actually one of the reasons that Akila can be strong in certain engagements. One of the only reasons I was able to kill that Kagero, right? He didn't use his rudder. I actually timed the strike correctly. He ate a bunch of full pins, because Akila will full pin destroyers with those AP rockets. Bam. Right? Akila can be a threat to a destroyer, but only a broadside one who doesn't maneuver. If he angles... if he turns, like I've got my reticle on the ground while their rockets spin up. All he has to do is tweak his rudder and show me an angle, and I'll bounce half of them or more, right? They'll go into a superstructure that won't be any good, whatever. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you keep your AA off, they're never going to get a good rocket strike off in. There's a handful of rocket planes in the game that are slow enough that they can do that. I know Zeppelins are very slow. That's one of the reasons they're good. The Audaciouses used to be like that. One of the reasons the British rockets were so deadly was because the planes were so slow. And you could actually... you could usually get a strike to line up correctly, even though you didn't have a lot of lineup time, right? But the delay means that you can't anymore. All you have to do is keep your AA off. Okay, I'm gonna see if this kid will smoke for me. Yeah, that's my boy. Okay, let's do this. I would have waited a little longer, but I'm going to try to ride this to the end. Is it really, Grunty? Have they nerfed Malta? I think they changed something about it, didn't they? Didn't they nerf the ship somehow? Okay, let's not get torpedoed out here. Okay, so the 189 is in mid. So is the Fen Yang. I got 30 seconds to chill here. Let's push. Actually, no, I don't want to push. My radar's not up just yet. But I am going to have to leave this smoke. Now, Fen Yang's smoke is not amazing from what I recall. The Catalunia's not in a position to help. The North Carolina might be, but his guns aren't looking the right way at the moment. Fen Yang's out of his smoke, so I'm probably going to get shot. Yep, there we go.
It's a nice day to die for you, that is.
It's an uncomfortable place to be that close to a Cleveland, isn't it, sir?
Vroom, vroom,
All right, so that was time well spent here in mid. We beat the hell out of the sub, and we murdered the Fen Yang. Life feels pretty good. And we also murdered the cockroach. Now, part of me wants to go brawl the Catalunya, but I think that's probably a losing proposition. I'm probably better off taking my radar and going Kagero hunting. So I think what I'm going to do... Can I afford to do this? Ooh, the Hawk is kind of chasing me. This is actually not good. He's about to hit me. This is going to hurt. Oh, he overpinned me. Excellent. Okay, so basically at this point, I am going to go brawl the Catalunya. I sort of don't have much of a good choice here, just because I'm getting pushed by the Hawk. My battleship on that flank, the Amagi, apparently has the brains of Dum Dum, so there we go. Triple sit. I love all of it. Now I know where to aim. Let's do it. Double sit. Stern turret's coming around. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Die, die, die. Alt.Catalunya.die.die.die. All right. Well, the good news is your other torpedoes are out, sir.
Much better.
He's going to go for the ram, I think. Yep.
This is a force to be reckoned with.
Well, my Tirpitz is stupid. I have no idea why Why are we a BB down? Like, why did my Tirpitz sail to the middle of nowhere and is just now being useful? I'm about to get hit for like 1 trillion damage out of the HE. Yeah, super fun.
Force to be reckoned with.
Much better.
Well, boys, my game is over for the moment. Y'all need to get up here and fight this Hawk because the rest of you really kind of suck. This Tirpitz has sailed the long way around and not really accomplished much while doing it, and I'm kind of salty about it. Because he's so worthless in this position. Ah, why did I have AP in the barrel? The hell was that about? Hey, kid, you're gonna die. Because you're not very good. Get out of there. Let's go. We're going to sit right here for a minute. And farm the hell out of this hawk. Oh, good job. Okay, I have no idea why I'm lit, but okay, sure. Well, double fire. Have fun with that. Here's the good news. I can wrap south and get this other heal buff. This team. I'm out here busting my butts. This Turpitz has barely been in the fight. He's barely been in the game. Thank you, Turpitz. Alright, we're going to go pick up this heal buff, try to recover some HP. Then I'm going to try to go Kagero hunting, I hope. I desperately need to go Kagero hunting. Goodness gracious, what a mess this game is right now. What's up, Nathan? Good morning. Goodness. I don't think I can get those over both sets of islands, but I have to try. I did get a few over. Look at that. Love it. I can contribute to this fight, sort of. Oh, fired a little too soon. All right, Mr. Turpitz. He has torpedoes, too. You know that, right? I'm tempted to go back and pick up this heal in Thunderdome. I feel like I'm going to need it. If the CAG is going for this HP buff right in front of me, that might actually work out in my favor. Oh, Turpitz, my man. If you guys trade, I'm actually happy with this. Please trade. Please trade. For the love of God, please trade. Yes. Thank you. You sailed around all game and didn't do much, but dear at the end, you finally helped. So I'll take it, kids. I will take it. Is my sub on the surface? He must be. I think his battery's recharging. Okay, he burned out. That's okay. That's okay. We can still win this, kids. We can still win this. Yeah, U-190's on the surface. Glad he's coming back towards me. We can help out here. Now, I'm out of radars, which does kind of suck, but that's all right. If we get in here and hold mid, he has to come to us, and I think that's probably a losing proposition for him. At least it feels like it will be, at any rate. I mean, I haven't even been spotted in forever. Where is this guy? I don't want to burn a hydro yet. I'm lit. So now a radar would be really useful if I had one. Aha! Now I know where to look. He probably thinks I have radar. He doesn't know that I'm out of radar. Oh, I see. Okay. That's okay. We're going to hold up here. Then we're going to pick up the buff and go murder him. Let me deal with him. Oh, you're picking up the heal too. I'll take it. All right, let's get moving. Dude's already inside my hydro range.
Exploding, you coward!
I know. Dude's already inside my hydro range. I just don't want to risk it. I don't know how he thinks he's going to win. Hey, what up? Well, I'm dead.
This
He had to beach himself, though, and he's very low on HP. Truth be told, this guy's deck gun can probably kill him.
a crowbar would come in handy right about now.
Ha! U190. There we go, baby. There we go. Cheatland is still good in this format, kids. I don't care what anybody says. Still solid after all these years. 2,500 base and ranked.
Welcome.
You know, I'm actually going to get into Turpit's comp, and it irritates me that he took so long to be relevant, but when he was finally relevant, he was useful. Mastro, thank you for the follow. What do you... Gaelic, I showed it to you already. I'm confused. What am I... What? I'm confused. I don't understand your comment. I mean, truth be told, Valiant, I would much rather play Baltimore. But, in a pinch, there's not a damn thing wrong with Cleveland. Right? I can't help you there, Mistro. Everybody else has sound. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, Cleveland's good, Super. Cleveland's good.
You did it. You crazy son of a bitch. You did
Xanda with the gifted sub. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. No, so Gaelic, this was really cool, right? So, he had brought a bunch of, like, the most people, I think, did not bring their own stuff to get signed. I don't know that. That was just the impression I got. So he was there as, of course, a guest of Wargaming. They were doing, they were announcing that he was doing some voice work for them for, okay, Dodge, appreciate you being here. Thanks for the follow. Hope to see you again in a future stream. He's doing some voice work for them, of course. And, he had brought some artwork, right? So he had several pieces of Duke art. One of my favorite ones. I almost, what I should have done. Why didn't I think of this at the time? I should have gotten some artwork signed and brought back for like giveaways or something. That would have been really cool, but it didn't even occur to me at the time because he was just signing anything, right? Wargaming had paid him to be there. It wasn't like you paid for a signature. You just walk up and get something signed. He had one that was like Duke holding a big rifle or something with like a voice, like one of those comic bubbles next to him. You could fill it out. He had a couple other things, and you could just get that signed. But I, of course, had this, and he was tickled. He was like, "Oh man, you don't see many of those anymore." I was like, "I know, right?" Who still has a 30-year-old CD-ROM from a game that pretty much, like, nobody really plays anymore, but it's still really fun? There's a part of me that wants to try to get it running on Grand Old Games and, like, stream it just for the hell of it. Like, just the ultimate beer and pretzels night, right? Like, don't drink bourbon, drink a beer in Duke's honor, right? And sit down and just blow things up because the game is so silly. Yeah, I've got some good... I actually do have some decent beer in the fridge. I just don't drink it all that fast because I'm not a big beer drinker. All right, what have I got left? It's like after 10, so I should probably be trying to wrap up soon. But I have a whole bunch of requests still. We took the Cleveland request for Ronan. That's done. I would like to do Constellation. Valiant wants Bayard. I do kind of want to play Bayard. The other one that I kind of wanted to try, and I just had this thought, and it's gone. What was it? It was not Nebraska. It was not Allende. Oh, it was Almirante Grau. So I want to play this boat. Now, I don't know that I want to play it in ranked. For those of you that watch the Golden Barnacles, this ship was voted like best premium cruiser of 2023. And I genuinely, I'm not going to lie, guys, I have no idea why. So I don't even know that I've ever played mine, or if I have, I've only played it once. So what's the deal with this ship? Is it just a Deseve Provincia? Like, that's all it is, isn't it? There were 16 ships, Valiant. 16 ships, and this is the one that won. And I am trying to understand why it did. Is it just a Deseve clone? No, it's not a clone. It doesn't have the same consumables. Deseve gets a heal and speed boost. Grau gets hydro and DFAA, and immediate main battery load. Immediate main battery load. When you... Okay. Stay undetected to increase your completion progress. While you are inactive, you will start losing your progress. I don't understand how this thing works. I gotta play this boat, apparently, to understand how it works. You have... Oh, God, you have roll-off depth charges on a light cruiser. F me. You have amazing AA. Like, the AA is stupid. That 4-kilometer bubble is dumb. 9.6 detection. She's fine, kind of slow. Let's just play it and find out. I'm not going to play it in ranked. I want to test the AA. I really want to hope I get an aircraft carrier. If not, okay, so thank you, Clara. So after 60 seconds of not being detected, I can use her funny button. Okay, let's try this thing. I don't know that I've ever played it. Obviously, I played it once because I fitted it out, but I clearly don't remember it. So Xanda, the Van Spijik, even now I'm mispronouncing, the Van Spike thing, we had to read off all the, I had a massive list of cruisers to read for the Barnacles, and what I did at the end was I read the whole list, and then I read each of the winners, because we don't even know who wins. Excellent. Planes to Murder. And, then I did 3 little outtakes at the end. I did the 2 that he put in the credits, the one about Ning Ha or whatever it was, and then the one about, what was the other one I mocked? I mocked another ship. Kitakami. I was like, Kitakami? Is this thing really a cruiser? Like, what is this garbage? And then, I did the thing where I mispronounced Van Speak's name by like 8 times. Van Spijik. Vern Spujik. Like, I mocked it hilariously. And then at the end, I was like, who the hell invented this language, right? And he did something I didn't expect. He spliced those clips into the actual role of me announcing the ship list. And I thought that was brilliant. It was really funny. I didn't set it up that way. He did that, and I thought it was great. You get reload buff for 30 seconds of reload buff. Ooh. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. All right, now I'm actually intrigued by this boat. The roll-off depth charges legit irritate me, but the rest feels pretty good. What, Flaming? What? What are you excited about? What did I do now? I've been blessed with a great CV. I have. Okay. I mean, it's a Saipan, so I have very low expectations. Very low expectations. Remember, I know what Saipan... I know how Saipan works. I have low expectations. Okay, so like all the battleships are on this flank. So I want to use this island and probably flip immediately into kiting mode in the hope that the Kagero spots somebody worth shooting at. I'm almost precisely the right distance behind this Kagero. I need to slow down just... No, I was going to say I need to slow down just a hair, but actually I don't. I don't want to slow down. Okay, so I'm lit, which means there's somebody over on the edge of the map. That's curious. The lack of a heal is 100% going to be an irritating problem. Let's finish this turn now that he's missed. Now that he's blown his salvo. How you doing, Ganice? Ooh, this turret traverse is kind of garbage. I was expecting better. All right, let's try the funny button. Because we know he used his DCP, so let's try and punish him. Ooh, he doesn't have fire prevention. This ship is hilarious. Oh no, deep water torpedoes feels bad. Oh no, okay, they're like Asashio torpedoes or something. I put 3 fires on that guy. That's hilarious. And the Asashio doesn't understand his torpedoes won't hit me, so I sort of don't... I'm just busy laughing at him right now. He's still burning! And he's dead. Oh my god, that is a riot. Oh my god. Okay, now I see why people voted this ship for last year. Oh my god, that was hilarious. What is this team doing? Oh my god. Okay, well, things you learn, ladies and gentlemen. Things you learn. I know it was wild. That's why it's hilarious. Yeah, Almedius on YouTube, you're right. You're right. I need to stop shooting. I need to stop shooting so I can recharge. So when I get up here and spot the Asashio, I can turn him to ash. Ooh, and the Undine is here. All right, well, won't that be fun? This guy is super dead. I mean, he's going to kill the Mackenzie because he's right there, but, like, he's still dead. All right, let's go murder an Undine. If I can murder the Undine, the game will end, like, that quickly. Go, go, Gadget Hydro. Hey, what up, my dude? Come on, die, cockroach, die! Oh, you lived. You're so irritating. I needed you to die. No, New Mexico, you can't have him. You can't have him. He's mine. Oh, I think the New Mex is going to get him. Yep. Son of a bitch. I did all the work. I did all the work. New Mexico stole it. Oh, my God. Now I see why people like this boat. That was hilarious. That was a trip. What is the fire chance on these shells? Holy bejesus. That was ridiculous. Oh my God, that was crazy. %? 12% fire chance on a 6-inch shell? Wait a minute. I don't have IFHE on this captain. That's the only explanation for what just happened. Hold on a minute. I don't. Why did I do that? Oh, this is my Allende captain. That's why. Okay, hold on a minute. So we've sort of screwed this up a little bit. A little bit. Okay, this is stupid. Go to the beginning. Okay, so that's part of what's messing me up. All right, so I need to put the right commander back in the right ship. Then go down here again. Okay. I need to find a command. Wrong boat. Wrong boat. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. I need to find a commander. Doesn't look like I have one. Yay. Yay. Okay. So what I should do then, I guess, is just take this dude because he's 21 points and plug him in here. Okay. You think so, Grunty? I don't think so. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be able to pen all the things. I would much rather be able to pen... I would much rather be able to pen British and French battleships than rely on fires. Personal opinion. I think what we're going to want... The turret traverse did feel a little... Yeah, okay. We actually want turret traverse on this ship.
To Jurassic Park.
Flynn, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Okay, that will help a little bit. I mean, do I really... I don't think I need to invest too much in the AA here. Yeah, I wouldn't go crazy. The AA is already stupid for the tier. We definitely want this. Oh, not heavy HE. I need... Okay. Probably... I feel like I want this. I wish I had the heal. Let's do Adrenaline Rush and Concealment, and then IFHE. So that gets me over 37 mils. That drops the fire chance to 6.5, which is makes a lot more sense in my mind. I don't think I want this. My depth charges are not amazing, but they're okay. 7 points left. Nah, I don't think that's the thing. That, I think, that would be fun, but I think that is definitely a trap. I think you want Demolition Expert. I think you need to do that. I think you want... without the heal, Survivability Expert would be nice. Do I really care? I'm a light cruiser. I know I'm fragile. I don't know. I'm going to hold it there, and then I'll deal with the rest later. For a boat that I'm not going to play again tonight, I don't want to invest in it too much, but there's definitely more there that I need to come back and look at that ship again. I've clearly missed something that about this boat. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to play it, right? After seeing it win the Barney, I was like, what did I miss? Why do people like this boat so much? Now I know why. Well, I mean, Valiant, that's the thing. You're only getting you're getting like 2 overpins worth of health. Is it really all that amazing? I mean, it doesn't hurt. Every little scrap of health is never going to go wrong, right? All right, what do we got left in the queue? I'm going to play one more game. Xanta, do me this favor. Let's go ahead and run one more giveaway. Let's run one more giveaway. Just copy, paste, and go. And I think, you know what, Cab, I'm going to take this Constellation game. This is the one format. Ranked is one of like the only formats that I think Constellation is really, really, really good. Really good. And I genuinely enjoy this boat in this format, and I think it's very underrated, and we're gonna make a game of it here. So that means then Flaming, your other game's going back. Striker, I'm not gonna play Monarch. Valiant, sorry, I'm gonna pass on Mogami, and pass on Terp, on Bayard and Terp. Do me a favor, come back next week, we'll do Mogami. I do want to play Mogami in Ranked. Here's the trick. Mogami's not an amazing ship in Ranked. Mogami really lacks the utility she needs to be very impactful in Ranked. She's not a bad... You can do worse, but you can do way better. If you really want to play a Japanese heavy cruiser in Ranked, go play an Atago. Or one of the various Atago clones, right? Atago is so good, right? I'll give it a go, and you can get Mogami to perform. Don't get me wrong, but if you have an Atago, you're much better off playing Atago. Wild, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. Oh, Sean, I was going to give Congress a go. We'll do it next week. We're going to be playing Tier 8 ranked for a while, guys. I'm going to try to get out of bronze at some point. So,
to Jurassic.
Fluxy with the follow. Thank you much. All right, let's run this giveaway for another, call it 30 seconds or so. Then we'll lock it down and give away some loot. Guys, remember, this is Wargaming gives us all these codes to give away. They do me no good. I want them to be gone. Please, please, please take them away from me, okay? Type !ticket in chat. Enter as many times as you can. Please win something. Please take Wargaming's free stuff.
To Jurassic Park.
Renkayo, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So now, guys on YouTube, I realize you're kind of cut out of this because of the way YouTube chat works. But I'm gonna work on something for you guys. I'd hope to get it off before I ran away to Europe next month. It's probably not gonna happen. But I am gonna put together a YouTube exclusive stream and set of giveaways. So if you are watching and following on YouTube, trust me, I've already got the loot list approved. It is that will happen sometime before summer, okay? Because once I hit 10,000 follows over there, I got a big pile of loot that Wargaming lets me give away. I've got all that approved. I just need to make the time and get the stream scheduled. I'm gonna give you guys probably a couple weeks notice so you can, if you want to make some time, and it'll be a long one. I'll do 4 or 5 hours worth to make sure we get everything given away. I'll do it on a weekend. I'll probably do it during the day so that some of the EU guys can come in as well if they want to show up. So yeah, okay, here we go, guys. Here's our winners. I've got Vemp, Scarecrow, Striker, Miss Clara, Electric, 1911, Dubong, Cab, Nozzle Beam, Betaflex, Penguin, Vladeshi, Shell Eater, Andrew, and it says XX. Well, I'm going to say Zuna, but there's 2 X's in there, which is probably not quite right. If I just called your name, make sure you left click in Twitch chat and whisper Xanda directly. If you are struggling, like Electric, right? If you don't want to give Twitch your phone number and you are on the Discord, feel free to use Discord instead to claim your loot. All we need to know is what server you play on. That's all we need, and Xanda's going to hit you back with a loot, a link that's going to go straight to your loot. Yeah, Electric, I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure what it is that Twitch has been doing lately for all that. Admittedly, for me, I have all of that info. I have all of that stuff. Oh, he did just post one in chat. Oops. Germany and Austria, Flaming. Germany and Austria. I have all that stuff attached to my account because I have 2-factor authentication and all that sort of thing. As a streamer, like I don't want people to wander into my Twitch account or find their way in. So yeah, I have all that stuff on mine. Probably not Gaelic, no. We're going to visit some family and then wander around. Good bourbon. Okay. All right, Constellation for Cab in Ranked. This is one of the only ways that I really enjoy playing Constellation. She's a very, very good ship in this format.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Gene Machine, thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Welcome.
And
To
Tactical
Jurassic
Timmy. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Okay. Let's think about this. This is Trap. We have not had good luck on this map tonight. Part of me wants to play north and then turn into mid. Part of me doesn't want to get that aggressive. At the same time, I do have these beautiful torpedo launchers on my ass end that could be useful in the right situation. I have 10-kilometer radar. Yeah.
The work environment sucks, but I bet the benefits are nice. I go where I please, and I please where I go.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Dave with the follow. Welcome in. Appreciate you. I want to take my radar. Do we have any other radar? We do not. I want to take my radar somewhere it's going to be useful. My instinct tells me to play between A and B. I don't know if that is the right answer. I think what I want to try and do maybe is push up a little bit and then get kind of angled out. You're welcome, Bladeshu. Barry's, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Lots of follows tonight over on Twitch. You guys are awesome. All right, Andrew, have a good one. Awesome. I always love it when our sub drags another sub in and then doesn't bother to play the game. It's super big fan of this. What, I have 2 AFKers? Awesome. I have 2 AFK players on my 6-person team. So it's 4v6. Won't this be fun? Okay, the Otago woke up. Our sub is finally moving. Okay, progress. No worries, Dave. It happens. I'm not fussed. I'll say this. You know, Twitch has this weird thing where, like, I watch my follow number do this and this and this and this. It's like a roller coaster ride. And I sometimes don't know if they're cleaning bots out of the game or, like, what's happening precisely. I think I might be a little high on these Turpits. Turpits is quick and these shells are slow. Oh, he slowed down. I might actually land some of these then. That worked out okay. Try not to die, Z23, you dummy. Okay, good. You didn't die. I did Citadel the North Carolina, though. That feels pretty good. So far, we are out battleshipping these guys. That's nice. Constellation doesn't mind long-range duels like this. She can control the engagement a little bit with her speed. She's not stealthy, not by a long stretch.
Man, desert road, no gas, and no chicks.
Ooh, that could be a good salvo. Get down, shells. Oh! Get wrecked, North Carolina. Please don't die, Z23. Oh, for the love of God, please don't die. Yep, that's what I was waiting on. Kagero's only got 12s, though. He must be close. No! Ladies and gentlemen, did you see those? 2 salvos there, plus 1 going in on the Z23. That is a torpedo reload booster CAG on the other team. Y'all really need to murder him.
I promised to kill you last. I lied.
Okay, so I'm going to load some HE. And we're going to go push the hell out of this Kagero. Oh, the Kagero's in B. How interesting. He's on the far... No, he's on the far side of B. No. Like here. Y'all really should murder the sub, guys. He's right here. There's like 6 of you up there. Do you think you can kill him? Do you think you can figure it out? I got money says this guy has no idea I have radar. Yep. Nah, he juked me. Jerk off. It's alright, bring it on back, Mr. Cag. We got another salvo for you soon. Go away, Massachusetts. I'm busy. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
This is gonna fuck up my hair.
Time to go be somewhere else now. This Turpid salvo might actually hurt a whole lot. Oh god, don't murder me! Okay, I lived. Little mines, you're pissing me off. I guess I'm behind him a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. Well, the Kagero knows he's got to stay away from me now or pay the price. Ooh, could I kill a second American battleship? Careful there, Mr. Turbits. I'm pretty quick back here. Spotter plane? I do a spotter plane. Ugh. Hold on. We've pushed them back off the caps, which is nice. Oh, I missed the mass. Feels bad. What is this Turpitz doing? Sir, you cannot fight from behind an island. Perhaps you should suck a little less next time. Oh, really? I straddled him. Of course I straddled him. Now, what I don't know is where the Kagero went. 300 HP on the mass, huh? Yeah, that's what I was waiting to find. I'm going to take one of midships right on the belt. Can't be helped. Where you at, jerk off? Yep. Hi. You know, I'm really sick and tired of this.
Much better.
Could you guys murder him?
The boogeyman is real, and you just found him.
I mean, I'm dead.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Actually, I might have a gap through
Kick
here.
your ass.
I mean, I'm up here trying. Could the rest of you contribute? Like, what is this guy's deal? What is this? What is this? You are a full health Turpitz playing behind everybody in the team. Oh my god. Whenever I see German battleships played badly, it makes me angry because they're just not complicated. It's so easy to play a German battleship. Yeah, Derpits, 100% right, Night Owl. Like, I know, I'll rely on my superior German guns. Clearly, you have not played that ship ever. You better kill him, little Zed. There you go. Now, the good news for us is that these guys are pushed so far off the caps that I think we're going to be okay. Despite the Derpits. The pristine Derpits. Congratulations, sir. You preserved all of your paint while leaving your team to do all the rest of the work for you. Daddy, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I like this key salvo. Ah, he's astern. Good news is they should win this game. Paint is pricey in this economy. Especially that crazy marine leaded stuff, right? You guys would be tickled. I spent some time this week dealing with our paint spec, right? Our project paint spec, which is not what it used to be. It's now, you know, the Chevron paint spec or whatever. And I've tried to go through that and read it and be like, okay, what we're going to be painting. You know, I'm specking out this equipment skid. What are we? You know, what system to tell them to paint it? All this mess. Oh my god. In the offshore marine world, paint is no joke. Like, paint is a big deal. That's how you keep the salt in the water from ruining your gear, right? It's a big deal. Let's go, Key. You got him. You got him. Crush him. That wasn't it. You hit him decently, but you didn't crush him. "100% Falcon." But the bottom line is that German guns are so unreliable, you don't play to the back of the map. Right? That's not how you're effective with a German battleship. You have to move up. You have to play mid-range. Ideally, German battleship, what? I'd say 12 kilometers. I'm going to say 12-ish kilometers. Who were you, Sam? Were you in this game? Oh, you were the mass. Okay. Yeah, your team is not good. Your team is very, very not good. Yeah, Striker says 15 max. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, you probably did. That's fine. My radar's finally... My radar was effective enough to get the Kagero killed, so mission accomplished. But, like, I'm still convinced that Kagero had no idea I had radar until I did it to him the first time. It's like, surprise, mother... I love doing that. Zed played an amazing game. Key obviously contributed. You need to... you were not really present. You need to go back and learn how to play that boat. Not a bad game. I feel good about the salvo on the North Cal, though. That was nice. Double sit there, 28k at like 17 clicks. That was nice. So you say brawling up close. Falcon, I'll say this. The trap that I see a lot of German battleship players fall into is they push too aggressively too soon in a game. Yes, you want to be playing mid-range, right? You want to be in that sweet 12 to 15 kilometer spot. But the reason you want to be there is because at some point in the battle, you're going to be able to look over. All right, Buzz. Well, that's okay. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. You're going to look across the opposing team. You're going to look across the battle and realize, oh, most of their battleships are dead or have effed off. Now I can push. Or the destroyers are somewhere else, or whatever. Now I can push. Or it's just me in this Massachusetts. Now I can push. Or whatever. You have to be looking for the opportunity. You don't want to do it too early, and you don't want to be dumb about it. But once you can get your secondaries to action, provided you've spec'd and built for it, German battleships are amazing. They want to be at mid-range or close range. The trick is most German battleship players either are terrified to move up, which is, let's be honest, like 75% of all battleship players in World of Warships, or they only know how to press W key. It's press W and forget it, and they're dead in 3 minutes. Because when it's 1 versus 6, You know, when the entire enemy team is shooting at you, you're going to die. You can't sustain that. You're a dead man. So, Buzz, it did. We were showing that earlier. I got my little, I got the case sign here, and then we got the disc sign there in bronze. So that came out really nice. We had a good time. Buzz, were you one of the ones that came to my panel down in the wardroom? I don't remember. I didn't get everybody's name. We had a very small group. No, okay, that's fine. If you missed the story on Monday night, I'll tell it now. So for those of you that don't know, I was at... Okay, you were just online. Okay, very cool. I need those shoes, Gaelic. So, last year when I went to CarrierCon... Okay, let's back up. For those of you that don't know, last weekend I was at CarrierCon aboard Hornet with the Wargaming guys and John St. John and all that stuff. We had a great time. But I was there because the CarrierCon guys had invited me. One of the organizers reached out to me, several years ago now, and invited me to the one that I went to last year. And then after last year's panel, they invited me back. Last year, I was on a panel with myself, Sea Lord Mountbatten, who's a fabulous guy, and I'm going to totally butcher this dude's name, but it's Ryan Szymanski or Szymarski, the guy, the YouTube star from Battleship New Jersey, okay? He was on that panel as well. We had a pretty good turnout. But what I realized later on is that they were really there to see Ryan. The fact that there were a couple of like content YouTube type people on the stage, nobody really cared about that. They asked us some questions, we contributed, but they were really there to see Ryan. Zamansky, there we go. Again, awesome dude. And so this year, I guess Ryan was busy probably getting ready for the dry docking. I don't know if they invited Sea Lord back or not, but they invited me and I was like, sure, I'll go. So this year I went back and I had my own panel down in the wardroom, middle of the afternoon, like 3 o'clock on Saturday. Con only runs like 10 to 5 on Saturday, and that's the whole con. So it was like 3 o'clock. So I go down to the wardroom in time, and there's a staffer there, the guy who moderated the panel last year. I recognized him. Awesome guy. He's the head of their like historical artifacts department. And he's got a list of stuff to talk about. Awesome. He gives me a little copy so I can look at it. Great, no problem. And there's about 3 people in the room. And we wait about 10 minutes, and that's about all that's there. And we're just chatting with folks. Like, I'm not just sitting in sullen silence. I'm not upset. This is a weeb con. I am not a weeb. I am not a draw for these people. Okay, it's fine. And but I'm talking to the staffer, and I'm telling him, you know, look, I'm a marine engineer. My degree is in this. One of my favorite things when I go aboard these old museum ships is going down in the engine room. Like, you could take a tour of Lexington down in Corpus, another Essex class ship. One of their boiler rooms has been restored. You can go down in the engine room, wander around. And he's like, oh yeah, we've got one of those too. And I was like, I've never seen it. He goes, well, it's only on one of the guided like hard hat tours. I mean, like a docent will take you down there if you pay up for the tour and everything. I was like, okay. So again, we get about 10 minutes in, pretty much nobody's there. And he goes, all right, so let me just do this. He goes, why don't we just go down to the engine room? And I was like, well, I'm in. Who wants to go? And so like the 3 people in the room were like, sure, let's go. And then like 2 more people were like wandering through the exhibit at that moment because the wardroom is part of like the regular historical tour on the ship. And he just stops them and goes, hey, do you guys want to go to the engine room? And they're like, sure. So like 5 or 6 of us, he took us down and we went and dumped our stuff in his office and he took us down there. And that was fun. It was a really neat way to kind of kill an hour. Like I had never been down there. What was really fun also, we get down there and he's like, well, you know, this is not really my area of expertise. I don't really know what's going on down here. I was like, do you want me to explain what goes on in here? Because like, this is literally what I have a degree in. It's a steam room, right? It was the after engine room. So there's high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine, a big condenser pot, a whole bunch of 600-pound steam lines, a whole bunch of 150-pound auxiliary steam lines. So I'm like pointing stuff out. I'm talking to people through. Steam comes in here, high pressure turbine, over here, low pressure turbine. Those feed the reduction gear feeds the shaft. Like, and they're like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, this. I went to college for this. I have a semester of steam propulsion in my past, right? Like, I love steam plants. They're fun. So anyway, it was a really cool thing. So Stryker, exactly correct. Gabe, the volunteer who invited me to the con a couple of times, ran a panel this year, a V-Fleet panel. He's the one that kind of has been organizing V-Fleet, a guy named Gabriel Cherry. I think Cherry is his last name. Anyway, Gabriel was his first name. Gabe's an awesome dude. And he tagged me the other day, and I'm gonna be trying to do some work to get the word out about what they've got going on, because they've got other museum ships tied into that, and they're looking at it as a way to drum up interest in, you know, visiting museum ships, possibly donating time and or money, that kind of thing, because, you know, not every museum ship is very well off, right? Midway in downtown San Diego doesn't need anybody's help. Hornet in Alameda needs help, right? There's not a lot around her. She's very isolated. It's very difficult to get out there. I won't say it's difficult. It's not hard to find. It's not close to anything. So, like, the Uber drivers kind of complain. Like, I don't want to come back out here, you know? It kind of sucks. So. Buzz, here we go. In chat, you can type L2P. There it is. So that link will take you to the whole playlist right there. Woo, Admiral. Now, okay, so this is the old 600 traditional Navy 600-pound steam plant, right? Probably oil-fired boilers on an Adams class, I'm guessing. Grant, exactly. One of the reasons they've been doing Carrier Con is it's a huge fundraiser for them, because they get to keep all the money. It's their event, so they put it on and everything, and it's a really, really good income source for them. So yeah, 1,200 pound. Oh, yikes! That is no joke, man. That is no joke. Don't screw around with 1,200 pound steam. Okay, it's almost 11. I need to get off the air. My wife's probably super tired of me being online. All right, guys, listen. I'm gonna hang it up. Back on Monday night with Civilization 6. Thank you for all the follows, subs, everything, just being here, guys. I really appreciate it. This is awesome. This was a good stream. Had a good time. Had a couple of irritating games, but it's boats. What do you expect? So yeah, back on Monday night for some more Civ. Next week's boat stream will be Wednesday night, not Thursday. I have a prior engagement on Thursday night, so we're doing Warships Wednesday instead of the Thursday ship show. Okay, so Wednesday night for boats next week. Probably. I might do a surprise stream on the weekend where I sit down in the studio and build some decks of Star Wars Unlimited, because I opened all that stuff up last night, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I got a lot of stuff to get done this weekend, and it may not happen. Oh, Tridente, get some sleep. Goodness gracious, the sun's going to be up soon. Goodness gracious. All right, let's find somebody to raid. There's usually a lot of good boat streamers on this time of night. Let's see who's around. Let me click this. Okay, so there's me. Yeah, there's Kev. Zas doing his overnight thing. There's Zelda. I rated Arrow just last week. I think I rated Clyde a couple weeks ago. It doesn't like Clyde's on tonight. Clyde's probably taking a break. Clyde put so much work into the Barneys. He's probably like, oh, give me a break. I need to be out of here for a little while. Yeah, I haven't rated Zelda in a while. I think I'll rate Zelda. I have not had the opportunity. I think I rated her about a month or so ago after she got her partnership and everything. But we'll do it anyway. Yeah, I had fun doing the little outtake there. Did that work? Yes. Excellent. Rate is up. Awesome. Guys, if you're on YouTube, good night. I appreciate you being here. If you're on Twitch, we're going to be passing you off to Zelda here in just a few moments. All right? You guys, take care, and I will catch you at some stream in the future. Peace. See you later.